What up? Get this post out of the way here. Going on, peeps. Post this on the Book of Faces just to get it out there. There we go. What up? Yeah. There it is. Down. I'm gonna get moving. Somehow not receiving enough. Give me 9,000 kilobits a second, sirs. Bit, if that's what they really want, but it's not on that side. That's what they really were gonna be like tonight. Looks to me like it's running pretty smooth though. Yeah. Subscriptions. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's smoking. That looks good to me. Yep. Go. Well, I shan't trip about it then. It was just online. Yo. Oh, he's on the other server. Aight. Sounds good. Not too far away. I don't know why I'm getting that weird, like, I'm getting a weird little thing where it says, like, stream quality is poor. I'm not dropping frames over here. And it looks good to me on the tablet. Oh, what up, yo?
Not much, man.
How you been?
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Just slowly been. I played a healer yesterday.
Yeah?
That was fun.
Was it?
I hadn't done any of the quests since, like any of the class quests since I was like level 35.
Man.
And the guy that I was playing with, he mains a scholar, which was the class I was playing.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, like what the hell's happening? Like, why are you not able to heal as much? Because we were doing like a level 55 dungeon.
He's like, what the hell's your problem,
like,
dude?
Right? And I was just like, I'm using all my healing abilities. And he's like, what do you have? And I was like, well, I have these 2 healing abilities.
Yeah.
And I have like 3 ways to gain back mana, which doesn't make any sense because why do I need that much mana? And he's like, what you should be doing is completely disregarding one of the heals that I was using.
Okay.
Because apparently it's garbage.
Sure.
And then the other heal I was using costs 1,000 mana every single time I fucking heal. So
Yeah.
10% of my fucking mana
Yeah,
to heal something.
I got some of those on the white mage, yeah. But those are like for big hits.
There's no cooldown on it.
Yeah, but like you do it so that like when a tank really needs that heal, that's it.
Well, you were saying that you should spam it, basically. Because there's no reason not to, because I guess in my class there's so many ways to gain back mana.
Well, yeah, I suppose. And if it's a hot too, isn't it?
It's a heal with a barrier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
White mage is
in the same ability.
different, yeah.
But he's like, why aren't you using? Or he's like, so you have that, but like, what? Like, you don't have any other abilities? And I was like, no. He's like, you should have this, 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 and this. And I was like,
what up,
well, I
Gab?
guess I haven't done the quest.
What up,
That's
Gab?
funny.
That's funny, dude. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, I don't have an alert for people popping in on here. I think the only alerts I really get is subscriber, but why don't you hop in on the YouTube there, Cryo? Park's here too. Good to see you, man.
Why don't I hop in on the YouTube?
Yeah, it's a expression. It's an expression for invitation.
To come like your YouTube?
Oh, come check it out.
Is it still bitter?
Dead and bitter. I think I posted it and hey, I'm 60. I think I posted
Nice.
it. I'll just put it here.
Hey, guess what?
Chicken butt?
Now you can go get the Gunburger.
I know. I haven't decided if I like the Dark Knight yet. Not a whole lot's up over here, man. I'm just playing with my new graphics card, with, as you can tell by the camera. Trying it out. Hopefully it doesn't look terrible or distracting in that way. Color's a bit off with it, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's accept it. I just gotta wind up Sid. Better than a wind up Alphanod.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a slap in the face all the time I was complaining about Alphanod. And they're like, hey, here's an Alphanod you can bring with you. I'm like, fuck. No way.
Here's one for all times.
Yeah. I like that coming into the chat and saying ignore me is like the normal for people watching the stream. I actually kind of it's really like on point with the show. I love it. There you are. You have arrived. Have arrived.
I just like YouTube better.
I do too.
So,
no, I've
my new
always been a
issue
big
with
fan.
Facebook.
What's up?
My new issue with Facebook is if I watch a stream for like 2 to 5 seconds, it will start sending me notifications on that stream anytime it goes live.
Well, you have to follow and notify to get all that.
No.
Really?
I've gone and like I was showing Chelsea like a video or like a YouTube streamer basically, and it's like these kids who are basically like sitting in front of a mirror,
Sure.
so that their cam is like showing in the mirror. It's weird. It's a weird setup.
Yeah.
So I was showing Chelsea that, and then hadn't followed, hadn't done anything because I was just showing it to her. And then I got a notification like the next couple days, and I was like, "What the hell? Like, why? Like, I didn't follow these kids." And then like I went to their page, and they had been followed, and they had been like notified, and I was like, "I didn't fucking do this. Like, why?"
I've never seen an auto follow.
Me neither.
I
So
mean, there
that's
might
why
have
I
been.
was like,
Has
what
it
the hell
happened
did I
more
do?
than once?
Yes, to every
Okay.
single streamer that I watch
Well, if that
that
was
I've
the,
seen.
I was gonna say if that was the case, I just tabbed over. If that's the case, then my numbers should be through the roof.
Yeah, because there's this dude that plays chess, and I was like, "Oh, like this is a cool dude." And I think I've watched him like once or twice.
I've
And
been
like
watching
all of
some
a
of those
sudden,
people.
I keep getting notifications. And I was like, I don't want your notifications.
I've been watching some of those chess players sometimes. Because it's interesting, you know, for a while she was pretty big into chess because everybody was, because they all watch Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, I've always liked chess, but I mean, I've never actually watched a stream on it.
Right.
But I honestly like the guy's voice, so that's why I continued watching.
Sure. Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's a pretty sweet voice. And then
yeah,
it was just like, oh, what? Why am I getting notifications now?
That's pretty funny. Oh, I'll remove some of that flicker. Move some of the black.
My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
So you said you're playing your healer tonight?
Well, I mean, I could. I'm on my bard right now, just going through quest stuff.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow
Flying through whatever.
especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
I'm on Magitech armor. You're trying to go to the guy. I don't want to spoil it for you.
I'm pretty far behind.
Oh. Simon's
been
like just
leveling
ahead
up
of me. Yeah, Simon's like just ahead of me. I think he's playing with his work friends. He's not on. Yeah, he's not. Recipient is in a restricted area. In another world.
Should still be able to message him.
That's what I thought too. You message him up.
He's the Gillette dude, right?
Oh, Simon Myroman.
Who's Gillette Iraq?
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
I don't know either.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man, hopefully look, I'm not like abandoning Facebook at this point. I am the same way where I do watch YouTube more often. We've talked about this before. Like, I think that technologically and setup wise, I think that Facebook is actually kind of better. You know,
Well,
there's
does
a
it
lot of
automatically
positives.
convert your videos into like actual videos? Does it automatically convert your streams?
Facebook does now. It used to be in like this really, really shitty format and it was low quality. It's now like the same as YouTube and Twitch. Like I get an MP4 and it's pretty
But
good
does
size.
YouTube do that?
Yeah, YouTube does that.
I don't know. My thing is like, if people are going to watch videos, they're gonna go find them on YouTube.
Well, that's so. I mean, on Facebook they do it, and I have to republish them as a video or cut it up and republish it. Same with YouTube. I mean, I'd still have to cut it and republish it because nobody's gonna like go back and rewatch a 3-hour stream unless they're already a fan. Oh, thank you. See that alert pop up. Thanks for the. It's working this time. That's awesome. Thanks for the subscription, yo. Really, it is nice. So this is a channel we rebuilt. I built from. We had another channel that we were using for gaming one, and I stole it. Started repurposing it since I had a bunch of stuff built on it as my personal one. So this one will be the other one. The other one was no closer to being monetized. So got night.
It's so fucking slow to run around. Dude, like I'm in a certain zone. I'm in the second zone, and the issues I'm having is that I feel like this zone sucks to run around through because you don't have like there's so many
elevation difference.
Like elevations. Yeah.
Yes, I know. It's always hard to tell like where you're going.
So I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I didn't like that either. I mean, I thought the zone itself was cool, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm trying to get over to the other side, I guess, and I guess I have to go all the way up and around.
In summary,
That's
the
a pain in the
Isle
ass.
owes its- I see. If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier. Which
I want to
is
talk about the story, but I don't want to spoil it for where you're.
I was talking to somebody else about that
pretty good edge, at any rate.
because I was like, like I'm so pumped to talk about the story because I like it. But then it's just like if you're not at the same port, like at the same part, I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah. No, it's like that with books, man. Like if you're reading the same series and one person's slower or one person's really, really fast, you're like, I can't talk to you about this shit. I mean, you know, I skipped through portions of it. I'm not like super into it, but there's some really cool key points that I liked a lot.
Yeah.
Some stuff you see coming anyways. But
based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier? Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by
elemental.
nullifying,
I wonder how long the story is for Heaven's Ward, because I'm already 60. But we started this at like 54. 3 or something.
I think I'm only like my story quests are like 50 right now. 52. My storyline is 50.
Shit out of ults.
Dude, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level 50s. I have my warrior, my ninja, samurai, red mage, summoner, scholar.
Okay.
So I have 1 tank, 1 healer, and 4 DP or 3 DPS.
Oh, it's Chuck. Whee, indeed, sir. Thanks for popping in, dude.
Just you wait, my pretty.
Okay, yeah, I think it's still the same though, like, because I just went back to the first zone that we were doing story quests in, like the ice zone. It's a shitload faster to run around in here than it is in the new zone.
Yeah, you just
so it must be the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, it must be the same thing where, like, if you finish quests, your movement speed goes up faster.
Yeah. I thought that also had something to do with what you get as far as Yeah. No, I thought the other one in the original zone had to do with like the teleport shit. It doesn't. I don't know. My quest levels. Oops.
Yeah, Korthus I have speed 1, and the new zones that I was just running around in I have speed 0.
My quest levels are 57.
Yeah, so you're decently far ahead of me.
But that means I have everything unlocked. So what are you working on, dude?
I am running across the map in order to open shit. I think I'm about to get a dungeon for the nights to come, I think.
Hey Chuck, did you want to hop on? I can heal some dungeons for you and stuff if you got some stuff you want to do, or just kind of get a couple in. I know it's a work night for you. Yeah, no, I got it working today, but it only works for subscriptions. I guess YouTube doesn't do anything with like video likes, from what I can tell. So when somebody subscribes, the ignore me does work now. Cause Jordan there tried it and it worked. It's awesome. But now, what I was saying earlier was that I kind of like that the standard introduction. You're in bed already, you bastard. The standard introduction into the stream is screaming ignore me. I kind of like that is the it's really on point. It makes sense in the show. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. It's nice. Yeah, well, they have super chat, which we don't qualify for. I was looking at it today when I was setting stuff up again, and it's like super chat, tips, merchandise stuff, whatever, and subscriptions. So now you can set up more bots on YouTube than you can on Facebook. So I just got to look into that. It's not quite as good as well, what do you want to do? You want a dungeon?
I just got a dungeon.
All right, yeah, let me switch to my healer. He needs levels then.
Yep, sounds good. I don't know if there's a gear requirement or not on it.
Oh, I'm 112, so queue it up.
So, yeah, it's 100, so.
Okay. So, like, yeah, I think I can do some more stuff with the bots that YouTube allows. I have to look in. What do you think of a cam like this, Chuck? I'm surprised you haven't tried this out yet, since you're on an RTX. I guess it doesn't really matter now that you're pointing like right at the wall, but all of flames. Oh yeah, I thought we'd go with that one. Sweet. I'll have to try stuff out. Stream Elements has some stuff that links in with YouTube that don't link in with Facebook, and Facebook has some other. I don't know. Whatever.
Your green screen looks good.
Thanks. Because there isn't one. That's the cool part.
I think you should go to the bottom right though and make yourself a little bigger.
Think the bottom right?
Yeah. For a design standpoint.
Could I move the Spotify with it? Oh, the wall does work, Charles. You have a totally different room setup than I do.
Maybe put the Spotify over your chat if you don't want people to see chat.
It won't block chat, because I'm gonna keep Spotify will just stay small. I could definitely move that to the right. I could try that dungeon or whatever.
I just think because you're looking left, you might as well look inwards instead of off the screen.
Yeah. So like that's right now. Like chat is on the right, and game is on the left, and the camera's on the left too. I do want to move my camera some. It's actually the place it is specifically because before I got this card and I could do this kind of like actually good green screen kind of effect. I didn't want to put Heather, like it'd be pointing straight at Heather otherwise. But now this works better. So in the past I would use XSplit, but XSplit would use a shitload of processing power. And this NVIDIA broadcast stuff seems to only use like 2% GPU to do this. Where XSplit would use like 10, 15 or more. Like I would notice, like playing a game like Valorant, I would notice losing like 20, 30 frames at least when I would use XSplit.
Right.
Which is a big deal in a first-person shooter. Oh. So. And that's when it was reliably working. So okay, I could look at that. I'll look at moving that to the right. Because nobody really cares about my inventory. Looks like in a game, most of these games.
No.
I think I always had it to the left for one chat, yeah, and then two, some games that's like where you have, you know, ammo and stuff like that, or health. But since it's not a full box, it's not actually blocking too much, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll just depend on which game.
Ooh, buddy, stay alive. 1700 on Newegg comes from Hong Kong. You don't want one from Hong Kong. They're all from Hong Kong.
Just happened to me?
I don't know. I was healing you, I thought.
Yeah, I saw you were. I need to change my UI a bit. I don't like where my health is. I like where your party is.
Thank you. I only have this for my healer and my tank.
Yeah, so like when I was playing healer last night, it's still up default, right? Up top left.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
That's where the Discord names display as well, so it's going right over top of everybody else's name. I was
Oh
like,
man.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Alright. Fuck this. Like, oh my god, man.
It must be that green thing that's spinning around, so I'm not sure what that is.
Alright. Hold on. I gotta make sure this tank stays alive. Hold on.
Yep.
But I don't know if he will. I'm doing really shitty right now, too.
He must be a Death Knight, right? Or Dark Knight?
Yeah, he is. I saw the AoEs earlier. I just haven't healed in so long. I suck anyways. Oh, I haven't tried this one. Oh, this is the one that works with lilies. Oh, good. Somebody else does you. Nice. Yeah, I haven't touched any of the lily stuff. Here. It's an instant though, but it's on global cooldown. That's cool. Oh yeah, dude, it's probably used for mining. You're right. Mine was luckily new in box, but yeah. And you know, so like even it's still like 1700 is too much. I say this. I got mine on MSRP, but the MSRP is still high as shit. So like, value is a hard thing to equate here, but it did also give me the chance to upgrade Heather's and then upgrade Sophia's. So now I gotta figure out what to do with the 390X. I'm probably not gonna give that one to my dad. I was thinking about it, but it's so hot. Loud, like maybe if I rebuild his whole case. In the case it's in, it won't even fit. The case he's running right now. It won't even fit. So that's out of the question. But when I rebuild Heather's with that Intel build, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do something then, I don't know. Ah, yeah, there we go. I knew I was missing. I was doing a lower dungeon, so I had one of the things swapped.
There is a target on me. Okay. I'm about to get fucked. Jesus.
That wasn't too bad.
That's as bad as that would be.
That was tolerable. Oh, target's on me now, and I'm not full health. How did that help? Okay.
Oh, he's coming again.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. We have a friendly neighborhood side healer. I don't know who that was there, or what class he is. Is that a scholar? Do you have like one extra heal when you're at the DPS side of that?
Nope.
Well, he
I don't know.
healed
He
something.
must have been the Dark Knight, if anything.
No, it was this guy.
He's the Lancer, isn't he?
Oh, this guy right here. Lancer, he's using a book and everything.
Oh, it's a summoner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you have like a little heal as a summoner?
Yeah, they have physique.
Ah, well, he
Which
saved
is
me.
like, yeah, it heals like 400 or whatever.
Hey, it was enough to keep me alive through that, because I was not full health when that guy started targeting me. That was my concern. Yeah, Charles and I talked a lot about like the, you know, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch kind of deal. I am anti-Twitch in general, but you know, like when I go to watch things in general, not that I personally watch a lot of live streams, but when I just go to watch something in general, you just go to YouTube. I normally go to YouTube before I go to Netflix unless I have like something in mind, right? If I'm just sitting at my computer or on my phone, I generally am like, what's on YouTube? Which is why I really liked YouTube TV when it came out, but there's some issues with that, and it was mostly just based around the family plan stuff, but you know.
A lot of fucking ads.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to get the hang of it again. I haven't healed in like at least a week. What is this Netflix you speak of? Yeah, man, I'm a big Netflix guy, Hulu, all that, just like you. But yeah, my first choice whenever I'm just kind of at my computer or while I'm working, you know, I always watch stuff while I work. People complain about, oh, people watching Netflix while they work. Yeah. Doesn't mean I'm not
I watch
working.
Netflix while I work.
Yeah, doesn't mean I'm not working. It just, that goes on in the background. You know what? When I'm at my desk at work, I'm also watching YouTube or Netflix on my phone.
It's more or less just like background noise for me.
Yeah, I'm also doing it at my desk at work while I'm working. So all this changes where I'm doing it at. Oh my god. Talk about a mana burn over here. Good thing I got some Swift Cast deals going on. Not Swift Cast, you get one that makes it free.
Like free, no cooldown.
Free no mana. I do have one that makes the next cast instant, cast anything, so that makes my res battle res. That's
Yeah,
nice.
swift cast.
Yeah, yeah. I think most casters have it though.
Yeah, it's a caster ability. All casters
Yeah.
have it.
I use that quite
It's
a
like
bit.
it's like the bloodbath. All melees get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Try to stop us from streaming as well, but because it kills bandwidth. Like better hardware set limits. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember they were like blocking Netflix on the Wi-Fi at work for a while. Just because of bandwidth. And I'm like, well, first of all, this is the like not we had two different Wi-Fi networks, or more than two, but specifically we had one for business only that like all the laptops and stuff communicated on. Then we had one that was for like employee phones and stuff. And then we had another that was for guests. And it's like, well, who fucking cares then? Like, it's not actually impacting the one where people are actually doing work on. But really, since you have unlimited data now, I don't really care. I gotta really figure out this Lily stuff. Like, I kind of get it, but I thought my guy was higher. I'm only 52. Oh, that's the dungeon 52, isn't it?
Dungeon 52.
Facebook did come out with this thing where they partner with some record labels. I didn't see the list of all the record labels for music that you can play on your streams for everybody, or with no issues, right? Sounds awesome. But it's only for partners, so fuck a duck, basically. But they did up their bandwidth cap recently. That's very nice to match YouTube's. So I do like that for their 1080 stuff at least. Things maybe even more confusing. Yeah. Where you're at, they definitely have an employee They have multiple Wi-Fi's where you work at. Doesn't make any sense. Why they really give a shit. Yep. Yeah, music, books. Yeah, and they'll complain like, oh, what was it like? They didn't want us to stream like. Yeah, I think for a bit it was like YouTube Music because it counted as YouTube with Google Play Music. They all like chunked it into one. I did it as music. Honestly, it just caches everything and then stops actually using bandwidth after like 10 minutes. I don't even know what the hell they're complaining about. Well, I love it when tanks do this.
Call multiple.
And you'll fucking line of sight. Yeah. Fantastic. The line of sight's the thing that bugs me because I can't reach you. My character inherently plays out in the back. Diggity. No, they're not paying for their data. You're absolutely right. Not for that data. What's up?
I've been using the Naga.
Yeah. Is it the ultimate, the expensive one?
It's the Trinity. It has 3 different switchable plates.
So it's the previous version, right?
7 buttons, 12 buttons, or 2 buttons.
Is it the previous one? Because there's an ultimate and then there's a Trinity. Trinity's wireless too, isn't it?
It's called Trinity. It's not wireless.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's the big difference. Okay. All right. Tell me about it. How do you like it so far?
Oh yeah, the software's 10 times better than the fucking piece of shit I was using a couple days ago.
You really hate Logitech software, don't you?
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So like I would set my preset buttons, so like my side buttons, right?
Yeah.
To what I wanted them to be. And then they would just automatically reset to factory default. Randomly. Wouldn't even be like, oh, like it's default now, it's not anymore. It just fucking happens.
So nuts.
And then, so I went into the software and changed every single preset in the whole thing to what I wanted. And it still went to factory default, even though that wasn't even an option inside the software.
So nuts.
So I was just like, yeah, I can't fix this. And then eventually it just started like not realizing there was a mouse attached for like a second or two. So like any of my commands I would put into the mouse during those 2 seconds wouldn't work because there's no mouse.
Yeah.
And then it would go back on to normal. It's like, okay, well, fuck this. So I went and got this, and this is fine. I do like the fact that the Logitech one had 6 buttons on the side instead of 7 though.
Sure.
I feel like 7's just useless when every hotbar is typically 12 in every game.
Yeah, but you would use the first 1 through 5 that you can reach like a normal person, and the rest of them on the mouse.
See, what I currently have is 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 7 basically, and then I have like shift the
giant.
first 5.
You have giant person hands. I guess you would with how tall you are. Chuck says
No,
that.
but I'm talking about 1 through 7 on the mouse.
Okay, I use. By the way, Chuck's saying you're only complaining about Logitech to trigger him right now. Charles is a huge
I didn't realize
Logitech
you were
fan.
here.
He's a huge Logitech fan, which is cool.
Well, their software shit. I liked the mouse. The software just sucked.
Speaking of which, I forgot to put on the Razer affiliate stuff in the stream today.
Oh yeah?
I'm a bad affiliate.
We got a griffin.
Dude, I did not think we were gonna make that fucking last crash pull the way that happened. It got really hairy.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, well, the summoner pulled a mob and the tank kept going on it, and so he got super low. I had to full heal him, and then the tank got down to like 2,000 and I had to full down heal him. It was pretty rough.
Does this thing just have 0 aggro table?
No. But yes, I do like Synapse more. Synapse is pretty dope when it works as well. I don't like software shit in general, so like not
Why am I
say
stunned?
because we're stuck in a storm. We're in the eye of the storm right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got you. Get you hot. But I mean, as Charles would know, most of my complaints with every piece of hardware I've ever had, as far as gaming peripheral type of hardware, my complaint has been the software. So him and I used to have a bunch of Corsair stuff. He still has some. There was a period in time where Corsair had a bug on their IQ that caused like CPU fucking runaway, and it would go like 25 to 30% CPU. And at the time, I did not have a very robust CPU, and it made my games fucking just unplayable almost. And it was nothing I could do about it other than roll back to older versions and have less features, right? Logitech had these problems, but the same kind of problems you're talking about I've had. I've had problems with Synapse before as well. Like, mostly just like not loading until I really fucking tell it to. Not terrible things, but it's been a thing. Yeah, it's just, in general, the complaints I've had have been software based. Now, I have a HyperX keyboard, and one of the biggest benefits is you don't actually need the software other than to tell you which lighting profile you want. But the downside is I can't like do really custom ones like Synapse. I can't like load profiles and all that kind of fancy shit into it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I have some lighting profiles that are built in, and I don't require the software for them to work. and there's hardware buttons on the keyboard to like make it brighter, switch profiles, and turn it off or whatever, which is doable. But it says, have you had to pick a keyboard? Corsair. Yeah, I did really like the Corsair keyboard.
Yeah, I'll stick with my Razer shit.
Good thing I lived there. He hated IQ. Logitech keyboard's happy in the middle, but agreed the software is kicking the tender spots. Yeah, it is like when you actually use the software to its fullest potential, where they advertise it to be at. That's when I find problems with the software. So like when I'm doing all the macros and everything else, that's when I'm like, fuck this software.
Yeah.
But when I just am using the keyboard, it's great. Low profile keyboard make you happy versus the 901. I never had a low profile Corsair keyboard. Do you mean the one that I had too? The silent switches? I did end up not liking the silent switches after a while of using faster switches, but Corsair has other options, so it's fine. That keyboard did kind of end up shitting on me, just in the sense of some keys stopped working properly, even when I like took it apart and cleaned it. But it was like 4 years old, 5 years old, so it happens. The G910, I think typing wise is great. So I did end up giving it to Luke. He loves it. I mean, he's 6, but he loves it. He likes it a lot more than the Razer Nari or, not Nari, the one that you have. I don't like the keyboard. Yeah, no, your keyboard. I don't like the keyboard that you have. But
I have the Ornata Chroma.
yes, I don't like the Ornata at all. But it's because of the clicky. I don't like clicky keyboard. Heather has one. She likes her Ornata Chroma. I don't like it at all.
You don't like the sound, or you just don't like
the sound and
feeling?
the feel. It's both. Because I type faster than that keyboard actually works. I don't type blazingly fast, but that keyboard a lot of times to me feels super mushy because it's not mechanical membrane. And like I have a Corsair K55 that I used to use at work. I gave to Sophia. She likes it and it's good for her. But like me, I've gotten to, well, not all Razers are clicky. But yeah, it depends. I like linear switches very specific. I don't like tactile switches. So all the keyboards I give myself are linear. They're faster, which also does mean that like the potential for typos is definitely higher. But
I do typo a lot when I type too fast.
yeah, but with the one that you have, what I don't like is that it gives you the feeling, the clickiness, that thinking like it's a mechanical, but then it doesn't give you the speed or the feeling of it, and it's just super loud too. If you like it, you like it. You know, that's kind of the cool part about it, about all of this market.
It, what I mean.
But yeah, but I mean, it's like, well, so the first Razer Ornata I got that Heather did like, and then I bought her a Chroma one later, came with her computer case when I built her computer. It came with some computer part I bought. It came with it. So,
dude,
yeah, it was gifted.
Hey, by the way, you could totally fly after you finish the Aether currents in the zone.
What? I'll have to go back to the first one and check.
I am flying right now.
Let me this quest. I have to go back and check then.
Yeah, because I just finished all of them. Yeah. If you have them all, you should be able to fly. Because I just finished my last one, and I'm in the air now.
Well, let me check it out. Corthius. Oh, Western Highlands is the first one, right? Or
yeah.
Central. Yeah, Western.
Western Highlands.
Oh. K360, yes, Clark, you do love your K360. I like Logitech as well. Clark is a big fan of his K360. It's a wireless Logitech one. This is my, I don't know how that shows on my camera now that I have the thing on. This is my MX Master keyboard. I do like this thing a lot, even though it is very low profile. It's not my style of keyboard. Yeah, that kind of chops out because the cameras kind of figure out what's what. I can't fly here. There must be one I'm missing then. Hold on.
Yeah, go to your Aether currents in the bottom right-hand corner.
Bottom right-hand corner.
I'm coming to you. I'm flying to you.
That's not where my Aether current.
Yes, it is. Go to travel in your bottom right-hand corner. It's
travel.
your fourth one from the left.
Yeah, easy travel then. I guess I am missing some here. I know I'm missing some in all the zones, probably, but I guess I can't really tell. They all have to be green.
So the bottom ones are green ones that you find scattered. The
Yeah.
yellow ones are ones that you get from finishing quests
What about the red
or
ones?
dungeons.
Oh, so
Sorry,
that's
that's
what
what-
I'm missing.
Yeah, so the red ones turn into yellow after you do the quests.
So they're from quests, very specifically.
Yes.
Because I found all of them in the zone. I'm only missing
Yes.
2 in the Forelands. I'm only missing 1 in the Churning Mist, and I'm missing a bunch in the Sea of Clouds.
Where are you? I'm right here
Right
in front of you.
What kind of mount is that?
This is the one I bought. It just carries me around.
You're ridiculous.
I also have this one.
You like little profile keys, Chuck? I mean, that's a to each their own. How much still this one's cost?
I can check for you.
So I gotta do the dungeons in these zones then. I thought I did all that fucking...
The only dungeon in this zone is the one you and I just did.
Was there a
is that-
curtain there that I didn't see?
No, you get it from actually finishing the dungeon, and then when you finish the quest, it gives you the thing. So
They
go to
got a
your
quest.
character in achievements at the very bottom of the character list. Sorry, not the pop-up, the actual character menu.
There's a different character. Oh, you're talking about... Okay.
Bottom right hand side, yeah.
Any keyboard keys? I hear you, man.
So you have 0? No, you don't have 0. No fucking way.
What am I looking for?
Currency top right at the achievements.
Achievement certificate 0, yeah.
Okay, so I had gotten currency from finishing extreme dungeons and things like that.
Well, I never did that dungeon, so I don't think I had a quest for it. I don't think I've done that dungeon. What was that one? Dusk Vigil? Maybe I did as a bard.
Yeah, half the quest you get over on the left-hand side up here. Like,
I did some of those guys.
you must have in order to get some of those red things. But I think there's like 4 quests there, and 4 of them give you Aether currents. They're really quick. And
Oh,
easy
so
quests.
those I have to do then?
You technically you don't have to do them for the main story, but
No, but to fly.
yes,
Okay.
which is why they're blue.
I've had a bunch of those. Okay. I've been skipping some of them because I didn't know what they went to, because it's a different like picture than what I figured it should be. Because it doesn't actually look like the Aether currents that you find in the world.
The reward should be though. The reward shows a picture of an Aether
Yeah, the
current.
picture just didn't really look like it was on. Dang, it looked like a currency. All right, Chuck, man. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Catch you next time. Maybe play tomorrow. You get at least one of your characters at 50.
Oh, this isn't even you.
No, I ran away.
What am I following?
I don't know. I ran
There's a
away.
guy. There's a guy named Blunker Buster. I was just reading that as bitter piece and just fucking just following around killing things for him.
Ah, I ran away because I gotta go fucking do these then. Do have one to turn in here that I did finish. Okay, well that makes sense then. I never actually looked at that because I know that I went around and found them all in this zone. I'm only missing 1 in another and 2 in another.
Yeah, I was
No.
like, I'm pretty sure you don't have to finish the story in order to get it. But
That's why I thought that you did, because I was stuck.
I don't think you can jump up there.
No, I can't. This is why I don't like the zone, because of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool zone visually, and
See, I didn't have issues with this one. I have issues with the next one, Gervanian.
yeah, one of your classes, Chuck. Yeah, we'll get you a real dragoon going, man. Get it going.
I love this horse. You get this horse from completing Garuda Extreme,
Oh yeah.
and it plays the Garuda music. So each mount has different music depending on
Yeah.
which mount it is. I didn't realize that because I shut off the mount music when we only had the
Chocobo song gets old.
It's
Yeah, see,
awful.
this Aether current is a diamond shape. That's why it was confusing to me. I was like, oh, I don't know if that's a fucking currency or what.
Well, I guess the other ones are swirls, I think. In the
With
real world?
swirling, yeah, it's just it's a sphere.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I did this one.
They're super quick. They're all like right in this region.
Yeah,
like,
I only have one left. Slay polar bears. Sure, let's go kill some polar bears.
how many of those?
I only have two left to do in the zone that I'm missing.
Two. Okay.
Yeah, so that one, and then I think there's one back in the main part called Bridge Over Frozen Water. I don't know if that one is.
There's two polar bears right beside me. Right beside the camp.
Ow. I just went to the circle. I'm right here. It's all good. Just come. Okay, I'll actually keep an eye out for that then. Is it the same in the expansions, do you think?
I'm assuming so. I have no idea though.
I'm cool
This
with
wasn't
it.
something I googled. I just literally
Yeah.
finished it as we were talking. It was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, it's unlocked.
Yeah, I'm cool with it as long as it's known. Like, that's a fine way. Because when I discovered them all in the zone, I was like, well, what the hell's the problem? You know? I actually took some time and discovered all of them. Is that your ninja you're playing right now?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
The class is garbage until you hit at least level 45.
Man,
Yeah.
pretty rough.
So going and doing any of the low level dungeons,
Okay.
it's not fun. You have like 3 abilities. That's it.
I'm surprised you even went through with it.
I honestly went through with it just for the sole reason that I wanted to start getting one of the relic weapons, like the weapons that glow,
Sure.
and all the classes I really enjoyed are expansion classes. So I went with it in order to get glowing weapons.
My last blue is in the... I haven't started the relic weapon stuff. The weapons do look cool,
It's
though.
Fucking long.
Is it?
Yep.
You've been playing that much, dude?
I haven't finished the relic weapon is the issue.
But your weapons are glowing.
So these ones are glowing weapons that you get just from buying them in the city. That vendor that sold the gear that I was telling you about.
I don't know which one. So many.
Just like beforehand in the city, remember I said that you could go and trade your tokens in order to get like 135 gear or whatever.
Yeah.
They sell glowy weapons like this, but the relic weapons look badass. Like,
I thought you had
nice weapons.
I thought they only sold like the 130 weapons, the Magitech stuff. Is there another
So there's
vendor?
that, and then if you actually no same person, if you go like to the drop down and go to like a 115 gear or 110 gear that is in that list,
Yeah.
some of those glow. And that's what the one I have equipped currently is.
Oh, so you just glamour it?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually using it currently because it was the best weapon I had at the time, but because I haven't bought a full set of the Magitech stuff yet.
Sure, we just like plan on glamoring it.
Yeah, eventually. Well, I'll show you what the relic weapon looks like.
Come on. All right, good. Finish my quest. I can go fly.
I just saw your
Hey, man.
message. Sorry about that, bud.
You're fine. Well, I figured you were playing with your buddies. It was saying that you were on a different server and couldn't be contacted. You were in restricted.
I've been doing tanks. I've been tanking for these guys.
Yeah, I just don't know why it wouldn't let me message you in game. It said that you were in a restricted zone. And when I looked, it
19
should...
item level though.
That...
Up to 119 item level, my paladin.
God, your paladin's a scrub.
My samurai's 120.
Your samurai's a scrub.
What are you at, buddy?
130.
Really?
Yeah. It's barely any different, but it's better.
You bought the equipment, right?
Nope.
No?
Only thing I bought was the bow, which I've now replaced. I might glamour that bow though, because the Magitech bow was pretty sweet.
How far did that item get? Or like those items get you?
I didn't replace it till 57, 58. I didn't replace it till I was doing the, like the mogul weapons, or mogul quests. I don't know, whatever those fucking flying white dudes are. You know, the mogul things.
Oh, so it's a letter carrier thing.
Letter carrier?
Yeah, there's a side quest you can do to get.
I don't think this is a side quest. This is all main story. I completely skipped one set. I'll teleport back over there. I completely skipped one set just so I could give it to my conjurer. The 54 gear, and then I use all the 57 gear on my bard. I just wanted my conjurer not to be too nerfed. Because it was a... Yeah, so my bow is 133. My helm is 142, 142, 130, 130, 130, 130. 430, 110. I wonder how much that earring helps, Cryo, as far as your gear score.
That has to be a decent amount.
Yeah. I can fly now! Fucking finally. Thanks for showing me that, Cryo, because that was really pissing me off.
Yeah, no shit. Well, now you know, like...
Company rank up.
I got that too.
Well, yeah, because our company ranked up.
Oh, okay. I thought it was I thought it was the other company.
No, it's our guild.
The guild. Okay.
Our actual guild. So, yeah, I was being a noob, Simon, about not being able to fly in these new zones. I had to...
telling me wrong information.
Well, it's how I understood it. I didn't know. Oh, I think it is gonna be the same thing because if you look, there's 3 tabs.
Yeah, probably.
Have you started flying any of the zones yet, Simon?
I have not.
So if you go,
I haven't really done much yet with them.
But if you go down to travel, the little travel thing, and go to Aether Currents, this is what Cryo just showed me. So the bottom row is the ones that you found, like on the ground, and then the top row, the yellow ones, are the ones like for quests that you did, like the blue quests and dungeons and shit. Like if you look on the stream, you'll see mine. I only have one more, like Churning Mist. I only have one more to find, and then 1 quest to do, and I'll be able to fly in Churning Mist.
I'm on my laptop, so I can't really dual screen right now.
Gotcha.
On my new laptop.
I know, you keep telling me about your new laptop. I know. Don't worry, I'm playing on my new video card.
Did you want to do a 50, 60, 70 dungeon for the daily?
Yeah. You want to do one, Simon?
Let me chat with these guys real quick to make sure I don't, abandon them.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
One second.
They're not important.
They're not me, so that's all that matters.
I'm just flying around this zone now to open up all the scenery of it all.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go see if I can find that one that I'm missing in Turning Forest.
Is it a quest one or just a
one quest one and one on the ground? Yeah, Churning Forest is where I got all that gear when you got there. It's I'm at Mogholm. For my next 736 yalms to the north. Okay.
Fucking yalms.
And I see the blue one is way on the west. Dude, you want to talk about confusing though? When you end the zone, you have to like this zone or the other one. Next one. When I finish the next zone. Oh no, it's coming into the zone. I don't know. Yeah, coming into the zone. From second one, Gravian, whatever. You go through like this giant spiral tower to find the exit to go through the mountains and shit. Dude, I went all the way to the top of the tower. Don't go all the way to the top of the tower because you'll never connect. Like that's how you'll get the rest of that zone. But you won't connect to the next zone. That way you have to go like to the 3rd floor, not the top floor. It's like 2nd or 3rd floor and find an exit from there. If you go the other way, then you get fucking 20 minutes of wasted time running around mountains. It's like a whole thing.
Sounds exciting.
It was something. I'll say that much.
Well, now I can fly around to get to some of these zones I haven't been to. Oh, can I not actually go through here? Oh, I can't. I don't know. There is the zone at the map that you just unlocked to fly in. There's a adjoining area that you can go through, but it's actually blocked with ice, so I actually can't go through it. Because I was like, oh, I'll go check this place out, but
Yeah. At least now I know I should actually do the ones that have aether currents in them. Should actually care.
yeah. See, I thought you had done those,
No, sorry.
so I was just gonna do them because I was like, oh well, I need to get them done anyways for like actual questing, right?
I never actually looked at the travel tab.
That's what I was always looking at when you're looking at mount speed. Because there's a mount speed tab there too, and it says like how fast you are in each of the zones.
Wow, this one gives you
Separate
earrings.
to the equipment.
Nice.
I'm almost level 60. I have a couple levels, 3 levels.
3 levels, yeah.
I'm level 57 doing level 52 missions.
No, I just think that also all that was important is I got there first. That's all that mattered. Now, absolutely, come join the 60s. Just
At least try the Gunbreaker out. See if you actually get it at 50, 60, or 30.
yeah.
All right, I'm leaving the group now.
We finish this little quest here off.
I promoted you.
You want my paladin, or what do you want?
Well, it's up to you. I'll probably heal because I just want to level them up some.
Yeah, if I do something stupid.
Then you die. That's just what happens. We die in video games. Not worried about it.
I just died in the level 52 dungeon twice.
Twice, yeah. In like less than a minute from each other. He died and then he died again. So,
I think it was the same mechanic too.
I think so, yeah. That's why when you died the second time, I'm like, I don't know. And the other guy res you. I'm like, okay, good, because I couldn't at the time.
I was just so confused because I was like, I was at full health and I just was dead, and I was like, okay, I don't think I did anything wrong.
Yeah,
the issue was I had just turned on, because I always had everybody like other people's abilities off, and I just turned on abilities. So when I saw that green swirly thing, I just assumed it was like one of the tanks.
Sure.
Animations. So I just stood in it and fucking instantly died, and was like, oh, my bad.
I'm 124 on the white mage.
God, you guys are so strong. I'm 107.
Do you wanna... Right now for the 50, 60, 70 dungeon, it's extra XP for tanks right now. If you want a tank. Fine.
Sure. Just let me know about mechanics that I may or may not know about.
You don't know about them either.
We're not gonna know about them either.
Okay.
Whoopee, man.
That's how you know it's a party.
Fuck yeah.
Well, the thing that
You're
really
on stream, aren't you, too? I can't be using my profanity.
What?
I do all the time.
I just said shit, yeah.
I know. Just being facetious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we know this one. They're good. Done this one a million times.
Is this the one with the Midgard Summer at the top?
Yep.
I've only actually done this one the once that I did with you.
Oh, I've done this one like 6 times now, probably. Your highest guy is the ninja now, Cryo. Is that it?
I think my ninja and my summoner are both 56.
But we were just playing at 57.
Oh yeah, I guess my ninja would be.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, I've switched mains like 4 times. I'm now you.
Yeah, you sound like me switching specs all the time. You also like to get hit by AoEs a lot. God damn.
Yeah, I haven't really figured them out yet in this
You're,
game.
you're supposed to get hit, Simon. Your job is to get hit.
I know, but I do avoid a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
My theory is if I can avoid getting hit, that's good.
Why not, right?
My thing is I never know how long the AoE is going to stay there.
Yeah, it takes just a little bit of practice. Yeah.
Because like, wow, you see the AoE and then you see the animation. And you need to get out before the animation starts.
Yeah, but here it's just...
This is just a fucking thing on the ground and hopefully it doesn't disappear when you're still in it.
Yeah.
So...
That's true. Once it disappears when you're in it, you always go, ah, shit.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, I got hit.
Yep, it's coming.
The other weird thing though is like, you can go back into it while the animation's still going off.
Yeah, I like that. I started doing it a lot. My music stopped. Can't have that. Give me a sec after this guy so I can get more music going.
What do you mean? You want me to slow down?
Well, just after this guy, let me just click play on something. Put some background music. Still live. Hold on.
Let's keep going, Simon.
I ain't stopping.
Fuck this guy.
Heal yourself.
We don't need him.
Heal yourself for mask.
Oh god.
You sound scared.
We're actually going.
He doesn't joke. You're lucky I'll blow cooldowns on you. He said keep going, you pull a boss. It's not just trash.
Alright. Blow all your cooldowns. The ninja's pretty cool though. It has an ability that increases the damage of the whole party on that target by 5%.
Nice.
It's samurai or ninja?
Ninja.
Sounds like a bard. Ah.
Oh, he has a canister. Oh, this is a machine gun. What type of bird has a machine gun?
The kind that wants to kill you. Yeah, heal and aggro. Glad there's no ads on this fight. So I'm blowing heals like crazy. AoE heals.
I don't know why.
Well, the
Oh.
AoE stuff. No, you're not taking a lot of damage. We are from all the explosions. This AoE shit. Stuff I gotta worry about.
I mean, here I am feeling retarded because I'm standing in the flames.
It doesn't really hurt you that much though. I just have been like leaving hots on. Like right there, now you have 2 hots on, so it's like one falls off.
That's the easiest trick to do. Is as soon as he sucks him in, I just AOE hit
I
something.
like
and it
that.
just goes,
I like that. People don't usually do it. Yeah, people usually let the tank deal, or let the DPS deal with it. Isn't very awesome.
What type of tank are you? A DK?
Paladin.
Okay.
Yeah.
one of the most overpowered fucking things in the game.
I like them because they're like standard tank. And you can do some heals on yourself too.
Yeah, but they tell you not to.
Well, oh shit situations happen.
Yeah.
It also helps you solo, because like on my Death Knight, or Dark Knight, see Carl, you did it to me now. My Dark Knight, so far, I mean I'm only 30 something, but I only have 1 heal, and it's dependent on me finishing a combo.
I called it a DK.
I know, you keep doing it.
Yeah,
keep-
a DK. Not a Death Knight.
No, you
DK.
you constantly call it a Death Knight, so I started doing it.
Oh, they're all the same to me. It's the most badass looking class out of all the classes in either one of the games.
Paladin's pretty fucking badass when you get to some of the gears he gets.
Yeah. Get it, alarm. We're not supposed to be here. We get it.
All I hear the alarm say is heal me.
Kinda. The alarm is so annoying.
The man wants to heal.
Can't heal the machines.
Oh, this boss.
I forget
Nice.
what he does.
He drops lava everywhere. Asshole. Sometimes it puts me out of range of people. That's the part. That's the part I don't like about him. And there's some ads, of course, but he's gonna start dropping lava. Or whatever. Hurts like a motherfucker though. I got the ads on. Thank you for preemptively getting aggro on that guy. Oh, that's fire.
What?
God damn it.
What's fire?
There's this glorious stuff that if you stare at long enough, you'll see stars.
How you can talk to the gods. Stand in it long enough, you'll meet them. Woo, live. I have wiped on that one before. This is like the tank wouldn't notice that I'm getting aggro from all the ads because healing aggro is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They always spawn at like the worst times too, where like you're like a tank will be on the other side, and then the ads will spawn, and he hasn't seen them yet. But I have to do like an AOE heal that's gonna aggro like crazy. Always the worst time. I'm always like prepared to full heal myself. Which is why I run to you. I hate when I see healers run away. People with aggro run away. Unless it's like a mechanic of the fight, you know?
Yeah, so you asked about the ninja. I have a 3-button combo for single target, a 2-button combo for AoE, that ability that increases the damage the target takes by 5% from all people that I can do every minute. And other than that, I have the ninja signs like Naruto, and that's probably the most fun part of the class. Which, like, I think there's 8 different abilities that I can use, depending on which ones I use and the order I hit them in.
Okay.
So, that's where the majority of the moves I have come through.
Okay.
I think they're the highest damaging ones, too.
Yeah.
What's this one do?
Spawns another dragon.
It brings those 2 dragons back to life,
Yeah.
and does a lot of AoE damage on the ground.
Yeah, he gets a lot of dancing.
Who treadeth now?
You still have the
When-
cutscene on?
Bones.
Have it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, did you already start?
Yeah, Meredith.
Oh. Oh.
You're about to get blasted in the face.
Oh. I always have the cutscenes on.
No, you can. I've hit the setting. That,
I know, but I said I always have the cutscenes on.
Yeah,
I know there's a setting, but
I've hit the setting that if you watch them once, it'll skip them.
okay. All right. So you guys DPS him away from the dragon, from the big dragon. And then when the next one comes out, Simon, we burn down the other one and wait for the blue for the shield. This guy. Don't use it yet. I've made that mistake. Now I'll use it. Yep. Whoa. All my screens went black for a second there. Hold on. Something just crashed and I don't know what. I don't know what crashed. Looks like... You guys still hear me? Yeah, I lost my screen. Yeah, I lost my screens. And I'm getting Windows noise. I touched something. I'm going to have to reboot the gaming PC. Bring it back, gentlemen. I don't know. That was weird. Sorry, stick to it. Stick with it, people. Going back up real quick, like. I don't know what that was. Everything just shit. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. We're not dead here. We're coming back online right now. OBS. Steam. Discord. Back. All right, fellas. Assuming you wiped. Can you hear me?
I'm pretty far into it, actually.
Get pretty far, yeah. There's just like a lot of AoE damage that like you just have to take in that.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It was a crash where you know, like your they installed. Might have been a power supply, graphics card and shit. So, because it just like the fans just went full speed. Now it's telling me to install Final Fantasy Online.
Pyro, can you let this guy know that healer's coming back?
Theoretically,
In theory.
theory is absolutely right. Steam isn't recognizing that it's installed, but the app is no. Yeah, Steam's not even recognizing that game's installed.
You don't have shortcut on your desktop?
Well, like, apparently the one I have on my desktop is the client one.
Yeah, you can still be able to launch the client.
Thought so, but I don't know what happened on that crash. Oh, that's fucking whatever it was is weird. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. Final Fantasy 14 launcher version. The login service does not have valid license. That yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna hit install, and in theory, it should find fucking game again. The weirdest shit I've seen. It should, in theory, go to it and say, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're already."
So I got me a new minion earlier.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Dude, it's
A
like
baby bun.
it's reinstalling like the game. Yeah,
What?
right. If I Steam game, Steam app, common, right? Final Fantasy 14 online. Launch from there. This is the weirdest shit I've seen. Like I ran it through Steam and like the launcher came up. It even still has my username remembered in there. But it's saying like it's downloading the fucking game again. Isn't that the weirdest shit?
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Pretty goddamn weird. I don't know what caused it. I mean, obviously some kind of pretty big crash. I don't know if it was graphics card related, power supply, or since I got the not that my power supply is not more than capable. 1,000 watt. But I have no idea. I'm going through the files.
Maybe you had a little bit of a soft brownout, and it was just enough.
Possibly. Possible. It is a heat wave. You know? Like it just cooled down to 84 degrees. And for cryo, by the way, it just cooled down to 28.
'28's cool.
It just cooled down to 28. That's how bad it's been.
30's pretty high, I would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what it was. Okay, we're going. It was 37.
So I just popped
Hot.
open the Steam friends thing to look at it.
Yeah.
And apparently they have a guide for Final Fantasy 14 on Linux.
One of the games I know I've seen guides for it online before, but not like officially through.
Now I'm sitting here thinking, because I have that other laptop that I'd cleaned out finally.
Hey, real quick,
I actually took it apart.
Go ahead and replace me on that group, man. I don't know what's going on with this, but I can't find a way to get into the game. I don't want that guy wait.
I think your leader, Meryl.
Go ahead and vote to.
How do I do it? I've never done it.
Right click on his name and kick.
Yeah, then the group has to vote on it. Just tell him like I can't get my game going.
View search info. That's all I get out of him.
Go to your party.
At the bottom, I think.
So bottom right, party members should be able to kick. There, I guess I can do it.
Yeah, I just literally did it.
Oh wow, this is a thing. So I started playing the game, blah, blah, blah. Suddenly got heavy drops. Figured I should restart my PC since when I wanted to launch, Steam told me I need to install the game again. I got a little bit confused. Check your hard disk. Tells me everything seems fine. Your hard drive is failing and be sure to back up anything important. The people
you have an NVMe M.2, right?
The game's installed on a spinner, but it's been reliable. I install a lot of games on spinner, like games like this. I have 2 NVMEs, but yeah, this one.
I've honestly just got to the point where I don't even buy mechanical drives for computers.
You got somebody quickly?
Instantly.
Good. Well, really, I mean, you're on the last fucking boss. Like to sit there and wait for me.
I'm just surprised at how hard it is to get a healer. I guess they really prioritize people who are stuck in a dungeon. They'll just give you them right away.
I hope so. No, Simon, I'm with you. I do want to go that route. I was actually, So one of the things was I had to run another cable today to get this graphics card to work because my splitter would only power on the card, but it wouldn't actually on display. So
Oh.
yeah, like I had a cable, then the like a 6 to 8 pin on there, and I was like, so it wouldn't work, so I had to run another cable. So that means I gotta take it off the wall to rerun that cable, so it's not just hanging out. I'll get like that. So I have an open air case, and it's on the wall, so I'm just looking at this big ass cable, like that should be put away. Like it's already hard enough to cable manage in that. Now it's right in my fucking face.
And it's annoying as shit.
Yeah, like already I have a bunch of power supply cables that I can't manage at all in this thing. So it's bad enough. But yes. But I have one power supply cable that it's so annoying because it's actually just for like control box that I have. So I can hook up RGB and control it through Synapse. And so that one requires some shit. So I need to rerun all that to go inside the case anyways. Take the case down. And that's what I'm going to do hard. So I was thinking the same thing, though. I kind of want to replace the spinner. I don't feel like reinstalling a bunch of shit. I can back up to it. We had that Windows pointer. I don't really feel like reinstalling all that shit, but I could put another SSD in the back and then put 2 more SSDs in the front.
So I actually I've got it on my shopping cart. I haven't bought it yet, but it's a PCI Express SSD.
Man, I was thinking of those. I've seen them. I love that idea. It's faster anyways. Like faster than SATA.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at.
I have PCIe 4. I think you not 4, whatever it's called now. Do 4. I should just do that. I do have a PCIe slot. I won't have to like run more shit. There was like in that forum post, there was some like one of the guys started going like trying to troubleshoot, this problem I'm having. One of the guys was like, "Well, what antivirus are you running?" I'm like, "Next." It's just like he had like this long thing. It's like, bitch, it has nothing to do with the fucking antivirus. Like, get out now. Who the hell is this guy? Who told him he should use a computer? Oh man. Kinds of troubleshooting that people do when they don't know anything about computers is just yeah, dude. Hopefully it I don't have to redo any settings.
Fuck.
It's a Steam problem, not a Final Fantasy 14 problem. I remember Steam telling me a bunch of games uninstalled, but they clearly weren't. It's just an odd bug that happens rarely. I forgot what fixed it. Oh, that's helpful. Appreciate. I'll update. Oh. Rename the Final Fantasy 14 folder. Start Final Fantasy 14's installation. Stop it. Create. Let's create a new Final Fantasy 14 folder. Delete the new one. Rename the original. Put the cat's tail. Pull the cat's tail and you're done. Fucking weebs.
I feel bad because I'm having to be really fucking mobile on this guy.
Is it still in the fight? It's a fun fight. I like that one.
It's a lot to dodge.
Yeah, that was really fun as a healer because you're trying to play everything and not get yourself killed. I wonder if I can, I'm gonna cancel this update. Worst case, I'll just fucking dead. If this Chica was right. Oh, probably not because I didn't hit first. But did my F? Well, let's just save into a totally different fucking drive than I had before. Here, what if I install? I don't want it saved to. That was going to one of my SSDs. Get a load of space on it.
I actually just bought. I haven't put it in yet. I still have a 1 terabyte Samsung NVMe drive to put in.
I mean, you got my address,
I
don't you?
haven't messed with my game tower in a while though.
Yeah, normally with the game tower, I try to do a ain't broke don't fix it approach things, but
I did it because I was running low on space.
right, that's the part that's broke. I would
Just
like
standing in the giant AoE doing my limit break. Ah!
Oh, you did a limit break?
Yeah, that's how we killed that from like 8%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yes, so I'm not a bad tank. I'm not the greatest, but I'm not a bad one.
No, you did totally fine.
You guys can call me if you need a healer.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what the healer said.
Let's be more full of ourselves, Joe.
Who you gonna call? Bitter
Your
Peace.
mother.
Busters.
Oh,
Oh. Well, we all said something different. Okay.
Hey, wait. What's that new Ghostbusters movie that they're putting out?
I don't know. Is it gonna flop as hard as the last one?
I don't know. It's supposed to be like, all of his shit's at an abandoned farm and he had a bunch of shit locked up, and it's actually supposed to be like a scary horror version of it.
That'd
saw
be
that.
nice. That'd be nice.
And they're not females.
No.
They're not doing the gender swap.
Dude, that did not play well.
I didn't even see it, but I heard so many people shitting on it.
I didn't watch the whole thing. It was not fantastic. I mean, I don't have high expectations. It's not like Ghostbusters is like the best movie ever.
No.
Dude, this is not gonna install tonight. I think I'm switching
That's
games.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I'm still alive. I mean, I think Clark's still hanging out in here watching a black screen as my face get all annoyed here. I don't know. That is super duper annoying. Because the files were there. Let's see on my D. That one's my spinner folder, library just called Steam Games. The file is right there. Online. Fucking things there, but now it's all being modified. So I think partially because I didn't do like what this one person was saying was like before trying to reinstall do this thing. What she was talking about was files are there, but don't like what happens because Steam was like trying to update something that couldn't get updated. Kind of crashed. So it's like the game crashed and play New World a little bit. It does suck though.
How are you liking it?
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now it's telling me install New World client. Did everything just get fucked on that drive? Is that what's going on? See what it comes up with. Very possible that drive just got fucked. That is the spinner as well.
Oh, I love that ability. So one of my ninjutsu abilities, like my Naruto 3 different hand size, fucking do an ability, gives me like a buff for 70 seconds. And now I have another ability that I just got that is like a modifier to my 3-hit combo that refreshes the buff. So now I don't need to spend one of my hand signs because you can only do 2 at once or like every couple minutes.
Okay.
On doing that, I can just automatically refresh it.
Nice.
So that'll be a nice damage increase.
I was just gonna lag. It's because loading. Download at 24 megs. Big B, not little b. Not a pause, it's only a cancel. I don't know what's going on. The world's
Nothing either,
acting all
man.
crazy too. Searching for worlds. I mean, that's a beta though. I mean, fair.
I'm gonna probably bet a lot of your game or Steam collection is gonna be doing some weird, wacky shit.
It
Yeah.
sounds like right now. Well, I mean, the game's running fine. It's just not finding any server. But that
Yeah.
I think my favorite character in the story so far is Iceheart. Or Ysayle. Is that her name?
Shiva.
Yeah. The girl who gets possessed by Shiva.
More like buddies.
You talking New World or what?
No.
We'll talk about Fantasy. He's never played New World.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah, I've never played New World. Ooh. What a disgusting face for a female voice. I'm
Body shame
seeing
much.
Well, I'm seeing Vidonir for the first time. The dragon. Yeah. So it's a vocal scene.
With the one eye.
The dragon? I think
Let's
it has
do
both
this
eyes.
two one eye. I suppose.
I think this is the only. I think it has two eyes. It has two red eyes. It's in the Dracovian land. It's the first dragon I've met that hasn't tried to kill me. So
Ah,
that one.
there we go. New World's working now. I think that just timed out because I was downloading Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I was using like it.
They really don't like this fucking dragoon with the stolen eye.
That, why do you think I mentioned one eye?
Yeah. Nigrog or whatever.
Yeah, no, get ready for some tension, sir.
I'm excited. I mean, it seems pretty sweet so far. I feel like the story in this is so much better so far. Just like, it's almost like you've built a reputation for yourself now, so you don't have to go do like the shitty little quests anymore.
There's a bit of that, yeah. You're a hero now.
Yeah. Which is kind of nice, because like in WoW, you were like the god who has saved the world like 5 times, and it's like, oh, but go kill these sheep. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
This
but
is how you speak to me? I am your chosen one.
yeah, I get that problem in a lot of these games. Final Fantasy is one of those, especially in Realm Reborn, where like you save the world and then they're like, all right, so you got to go do this shit for me now. It's like, no, dude, I'm kind of a bigger deal than you.
Right. I did notice a change though, because after Realm Reborn, there was a quest to go like. They were talking about investigating this person, and I was like, oh, like fuck, they're gonna send me running around to get all this information to fucking investigate this person. And then she's like, oh, actually, we got these like 3 scouts to go do that for you, so you just have to go attend this vocal cutscene. I was like, fucking sweet. Skip
Right.
that part.
Next.
yeah, they're kind of like, you're above this. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be a
Which
lot
is
of
nice.
that, I think.
I'm wondering if it'll like more and more
Well-
vocal cutscenes throughout the expansions. I'm hoping.
Yeah. There's some pretty good ones in Heaven's Word so far. Like once you get through I mean, Simon and I are pretty close to the same spot. Not much further. There's some pretty good ones. Yeah. Respectable ones. Some kind of draw out, of course. Well, I like the cinematic ones that are vocal, but the regular vocal ones I really don't care about because they're just like bridges between the text one. I really wish they took the Elder Scrolls and New World approach of just voice acting everything. Then I would care a lot more.
It would be nice,
Yeah,
but Elder.
that's a lot.
When did ESO come out?
A
I don't think
year,
it was 13.
like a year after.
Is it?
Yeah, it was like 14.
I
Guess
don't
was
know.
really
I think
old,
like
dude.
having like that plan from the beginning makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense. Going back and doing everything.
Well, I didn't
Maybe
say
I'm
they should go
hoping, like,
back.
Maybe like the next expansion, maybe they'll have everything voice acted, which would be really nice.
Yeah, I didn't say go back and do it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they could have planned that. I think Mario games should be that way too, because they're targeted towards kids, goddammit.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play
I'll
New World
catch you
tonight.
guys later.
Are you going back to your crew?
Nah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
10 o'clock there, yeah. Thanks for hanging
Sure.
out, man. Sorry we
You
didn't
have
get to
a good
finish the
night.
dungeon.
I know it was going so well too.
It was, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what made it crash. I don't know if it's like a GPU or PSU problem, you know, or gate. I don't fucking know. Everything.
Maybe you just actually did have a drive that just kind of went on a power pull or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's not impossible for sure. You know, but like looking at it right now, I have hardware monitor up. I'm playing New World. GPU's at 57 degrees. I mean, like nothing looks out of place, I guess. And nothing looked out of place when it happened either. It was what I think power supply, some kind of power trip in one direction or another. Because I saw that a lot on Heather's computer back when her power supply was going bad before I replaced it. And it was the screen would go black and your GPU would go full blast fans. Basically like to save itself, you know? But your voice and sounds and everything else still worked. Right? And so we weren't sure if it was GPU or PSU for a long time, and power supplies weren't in supply at the time. This was like early 2020. You couldn't buy fucking computer parts. And it was really intermittent, and it happened sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it wouldn't happen for months. Sometimes it happened 10 times a day. Sometimes it happened on a Zoom call. Sometimes it happened on a Word document. Sometimes not at all when you're doing like stress tests. You know what I mean? So like, ugh. Who fucking knows? Oh yeah, it just one of those things. Don't really know what to do about it. But yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen a lot. If it does, I'll replace the power supply first. But the power supply is only a few years old. And it's 1,000 watts.
Yeah, but you got to think about every year that you run it, it loses about 5%.
Yeah, I mean, power supplies are one of those things. I actually replaced it last time because there was some really inexplicable things going on, right? And then
And the bad thing about a power supply going is it could take out all kinds of crazy shit.
it absolutely can, yeah. That's why I'm gonna keep an eye on it. If it keeps happening, if it happens like 2 more times, I'm probably just gonna have to go buy another power supply. Now that things are back in stock, you know. But it certainly isn't a capacity issue. It is 1,000 watt, which is over spec. To a fault, right? But
Well, you got the 3080, but did you get the 380 Ti or just the 3080?
it's a TI. But even still, it's over spec.
Oh.
It's the power supply is still over spec.
Yeah, but I think that stupid thing needs about 750 watts just for itself.
No. It's like
They're pretty high.
it's like 400, which is a lot, but it's like 400. You know what's funny? If you look at the 3060s, it gets the same performance in pretty much everything, like almost neck and neck with a 1080 Ti, right? Which is cool to think of a 60 series matching with an 80 Ti, but it runs at like half the power. People are
Yeah,
talking
but
like,
it can't
oh,
do a lot of the RTX features as fast either. Or
no, it can't. But I'm saying compared like a 1080 Ti that I just upgraded from
True.
a 3060, you know, for regular rasterization, normal gaming, not RTX gaming yet. But like regular gaming, the fact that it can match a 1080 Ti, which is a damn good card still. When I just replaced, still a damn good card. Yeah, but like the fact that it can do the same job at half the power is pretty cool. I think. I that was the thing. Like when the Polaris cards came out, like the 460s, 470s, 480s, I had a 390X, and the 480 was pretty close to a 390X performance, but half the power. I'm like, man, if I could have half the power and fucking heat coming off this 390X, it'd be a damn good card. But I'll let you go to bed. I can talk about this shit all night, so.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
That's
Later,
what they
dude.
say. Night. This quest is not happening right now. One thing said 20, the other thing said 25, so I figured I'd chance it for the 20. No. Silver ingots. Now I gotta find a place to find fucking silver in general. I just gotta find silver out in the wild. I do need to anyways to help level up my stuff, but... Oh my god. I couldn't even run away. Couldn't even. Tried. Couldn't even. That hurt. But I do know that there's silver in Brightwood. Up in these hills there. This from before. Matter of finding it. Live while you do it. Huh. Is that silver or platinum? Platinum or whatever. Fuck, man, more wolves? Those things that just run up on you, too? R metal? 100? No. Wait, I'm gonna be able to get that. Come on, man. More star metal. A lot of this. None of what I need. Take this and go south. Go look for some silver man. What a pain. Final Fantasy should really mess me up tonight. Get the log out in a nice little quiet zone or anything. For sure there was some like DLSS. Gotta find some silver. There's iron. So I was gonna... Yeah, turkey you. Wolves, what are you, iron again? Take it for now. You tawny wolf, you. I don't know which of the two zones here would be more inclined to actually have the stuff. This one, a higher level place. Place is higher level, so maybe more likely. I don't know. Going to the zone. It's more likely to have more kinds of shit. I don't know. Looking for some silver. Where the hell's the silver? Oops. But sure. To do that shit right now. None of that gives me silver. I feel like I'm gonna spend my whole night looking for damage. And oh man, where the hell's the silver? Kill me on the inside. I don't feel like buying any silver. People will sell it on the trade for this reason mostly. This is not the fun part, I'll tell you that. Oh. I don't know what that noise was, but he's pissed, whatever it is. I found more like way harder stuff to get than I found it's supposed to be easy to get. Yeah. Gather it or what? There we go. Like, what are we doing here, fella? Iron again. Dairy mines? I know that one. Way up there, where I was earlier, damn it. Huh. Then have to be. Run, 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 run. And I might as well grab some while I'm here. I have to go through Everfall anyways to get there, it looks like. Might as well go through Everfall. Big ol' wolf. Ooh, I think that's some silver. Ah. Actually take him? Down. Bring it, big guy. Yeah. My sounds are acting weird. Oh, oh no. Alright, do it again. I'll skin you again then, pal. When are you doing this? Great axe saved me there. Travel, travel, travel. Like fast travel from certain points. That's the thing in this. Bum, 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 bum. The cannery. Take it, make some room for it. How you level it up, man? Not enough to make off it right now, though. Alright, you've been muted this whole time. I don't know if you're actually back or not. If you are back, I haven't heard a word. Get our iron ingots. Oh wow, that's a lot of silver. Sure. Nice. I can make some steel too. How many steel ingots can I make? Oh, I need charcoal. There's the charcoal for you. I need to use the wood to do it, that's why. I'll make one steel, damn it. $150. Steel. Yeah, and gold. Okay, so that's fine and dandy, but I have not unlocked higher for my armor or weaponsmithing. I'm going to worry more about armor. Some of this is engineering, which is good. Helps, but I have enough for one. What am I low on? Oh, the leathers. I need to stop transmitting all my leather. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. I've been changing my leather out from coarse leather. Yeah, see, rugged. I need to stop doing that. As much, at least. Yeah, just because it's hurting me in my other crafting doing that. My leather working is already in the 50s. And I will take 5. That's that right? Visit the Marine Temple. What is that at? Okay. Alright. No, I'm just gonna bring all my silver just in case. I don't trust it. Travel. It's only a kilometer though. Beeline it. Yeah, right. I should see if I need to respec it all. Because it's about to not be free. About to not be free at all. I think I'm fine. I haven't put... Oh, I have good dexterity. I still have 5 points in intelligence and 5 points in... Doesn't make sense. It makes more sense. I don't know what these committed points are. I thought committing points was like committing. I don't know. I have the same amount of health. Same like health bracket, but yeah. I get 10% or 5% melee weapon light attack damage. And a little bit faster mining. Be a lot worse. But it's about to not be free. So that's why I was worried about it. I'm on this area. Or... Oh, I'm backwards. Opposite area. Always need water. Yeah. You're 23. I just noticed that. They're gonna kick your butt. I really just need the leather so I can keep mining or keep crafting, honestly. Rawhide. Come on. Come on, Trigger. He's get the little spot where I can actually, you know, get in this mofo. I hear a healer. Always yelling. Weird. I already use my life staff. It just yells. Announcing he's casting a spell. I remember this place from the alpha. Eat it. Oops. Ah. Missed the water. Eat the Forge Master? Well, what the hell? Guys, where's the Forge Master at? Jump. Jump. Oh, Forge Master. bunch of weirdos here. That's right here. He's not here. Level to go up or something. Really wants me to fish. The sounds seem all messed up in the game now too. Like a lot more footsteps than I'm actually doing. Every action I do has a whole bunch of sounds to it. We're gonna got a lot back in. It's just acting funny. Do an interesting thing. But I say, if you log out, while in combat, your body will stay there for an hour, for a minute. Like saying, if you log out in combat, we're still gonna get you killed. Because you shouldn't log out in combat. Doing this weird shit, but at least the guy's here now. Now, did I take 0 damage or my bars is not loading? It sure as hell feels like my bars just aren't loading. See? Weird sounds. Bars aren't loading right. Yeah, like watch. Should take damage here. It's not loading right again. On. Right is tripping over there. Should be at 10K.
Alrighty.
Man.
Yeah.
All sorts of weird. New World tonight.
Alright.
Weird night, man. Well, like now, my game's making like weird noises in it. Or like, it's definitely game side. Feet shuffling noises and shit. To calm down after this last log out. But I logged out and logged back in. Didn't reboot the whole game, just like logged in the main menu. And now like my health bar isn't showing. Had all sorts of weird issues. I think it's It's weird the things that you do see not work. Purposely get hit. There we go, now it's showing. Before it was showing while I was out of combat too, and I didn't change the setting. What if they did another like mini fix a bit ago? That one seems to be better now.
Yeah, it's weird.
I didn't know if you were coming back, dude.
Yeah, the baby just woke up and had to feed him a bottle and shake him back to sleep. And
That's not what you want to tell people.
sleep, damn it.
Everyone is a reporter. Everyone's responsibility. And I can't imagine having Irish twins, man.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Well, it's just all of ours are like 3 years apart, so somebody's like getting out of diapers by the time the next one. You know?
Right.
Bottle wasn't even a thing, like, because Sophia was almost 3. No, don't shake the baby. Right, yeah, it reminds me of, like, Ike. Kick the baby. No, kick the baby. Is that even better, though, Clark, because Ike was Canadian? Yeah. But, like, I don't know, man. Sophia was almost 3. We could already do normal shit with her. Like, take her to the store easily, stuff like that. Like, hop in the car kind of stuff. He was born, and then same thing with... Yeah. Same
Yeah,
thing
because you have 3 years apart between each of them, right?
Yeah, just about. A little more with the last, with Astrid. Luke is 6, and he'll turn 7 in January. My youngest turns 3 in October. He's a little bit more spaced out than...
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, it'll be fun. Heather talks about it because her and her brother are almost Irish twins. They missed the mark by like 3.
Same thing could happen with us. It
Oh,
depends.
you're totally gonna have Irish twins.
Yeah, maybe not.
But like both of like it's just her and her brother, and they both say that like since they were so close in age, you know, then he never remembers a time that he wasn't around.
Right.
Of course, my oldest doesn't remember a time when her brother wasn't around. 2 3/4, 2 5/8. But you know, my youngest, they all remember a time when he wasn't around.
Yeah. If they aren't Irish twins, they'll be pretty damn close.
Pretty damn
right?
close, yeah. Made damn sure we didn't have Irish. That's all good. Get them done when you're young.
Yeah, just get them all out as you can.
That's one of the things.
Chelsea wants more, though. So I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, well, you will too.
Mm,
It's too early for you to know. That's the thing for us. That's why we waited. Was because we waited until, like, I mean, obviously what's done is done. It's not going to take it back. But, like, we waited until we're like, yeah, you know, we do want another one.
right.
Instead of like, oh shit, there's another one. We never had a no shit moment like that.
No, I cannot go.
They're all planned. Musketeer gloves. Those are really good gloves, but they're fucking cloth. Still gonna wear them. Look at stats. Light armor though. Trying to get up to heavy armor. I'm still stuck in medium. Overall rating. Shattered obelisk. Purge. At least it's close to home. I'll spend the resources. Yeah, but I mean, for your next one, just try to do the whole. I'll get there. Heather originally wanted 4, and then after 3, she's like, just.
That's Chelsea. She wants 4, and I'm like, I want 2.
Yeah, well, just you'll meet in the middle. I always just kind of wanted 3, just because that's what I grew up with. Familiar, as far as that goes. But nothing wrong with 4 or 5. It's just like you just kind of know. For us, she wanted to be done at 30. Two months before she turned 30, I think, like that. So she was done at 30, as planned.
Right.
So works out. The only reason we wanted them in our 20s is because, one, we have the energy to deal with them in your 20s. And then I just, I want to be able to have my...
Be done by 50 and be able to do what you want.
Yeah, well, that is it. I mean, and especially if, like, grandkids are a thing, I want to be young enough to enjoy, right? If that day comes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like 75 and be like, oh yay, look at me in my wheelchair or some shit. If I could be in my 50s or 60s, hey, we can still do stuff.
Yep, makes sense. It's like we have friends who are just over 40, and then the wife is like 35.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty big age gap, but he already has 2 kids with his first wife.
Yeah.
And she wants kids. So now they're having kids currently, or trying to have kids.
She's at the age where she's got to shit her off the pot. That's why, too. I mean, not saying that's the only reason, but that's definitely a thing. Well, so I dated an older girl. She was 28 at the time when we broke up, I think. But I was 20 or 19 or something. We've been together for a few years, but she really wanted kids. I just wasn't really ready, and that's actually there's a dungeon finally, but ain't going there yet. But like that was a big thing, is that I felt more pressured about that. Heather. And it was funny because like Heather and I didn't wait. 6 months after we got married, we decided to start, right? But we didn't wait on it. It's just that it was very clear that that girl's goal was that, because she was approaching 30, and it was a shitter get off the pot moment for her. And that's when when we officially broke up. It was like, look, go be with somebody that now. I was still in the army and all that. Go do that. Not with me.
Yeah, Chelsea and I actually split up for a couple months, 2-3 months. Because she wanted,
right?
2 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Like we've been together. Yeah, we've been together for almost 7 years now.
You're like domestic partners. I don't know what they call it.
Basically, yeah. But I mean, like, we had split up because she wanted kids, marriage, and a house very quickly, and I was still in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, this is just unlikely for me. Like, I feel like I'm way too young to be doing all this stuff.
Sure.
And she pretty much wanted it, and I was just like, I cannot do that right now, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if you can't give me these things, then like I can't be waiting my whole life for these things.
Which is fair.
If you, basically, like if you can't give me these things after 4 or 5 years of us being together, then will you ever be able to?
It's
So
fair.
she
It's a fair
decided that we
question.
were pretty much done.
She's not
And
wrong.
then
I don't blame
after-
her.
Yeah, after like 2-3 months, we were just like, nah, we actually are, or she's either willing to wait. Clearly, she didn't wait long.
Sure. Well, you didn't wait long.
Well, I
Yeah,
was holding out.
yeah, but really, you weren't.
Okay.
It's so much of it relies on you.
My big thing was I wanted a house before
Find a place.
that I had a place.
Yeah, I understand.
And when I told her no, I was still in college making $4 an hour at minimum wage. So I was like, it's very unlikely for me to get a house.
Yeah.
It just so happens that family helped us out in order to get our house, and
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, like I guess we can try for kids. And I think the big thing is like Chelsea finished. Like Chelsea did 2 years of college.
Yeah.
I did 5.
Jesus.
So my 5 years, like I still felt like a teenager, like
Very
a
true.
college student,
No, that's
whereas
very
she
true.
had already been working for 3 or 4 years,
Living as an adult.
living as an adult.
Yeah. No,
So
that's
it was very, yeah.
dude.
different-
That's a
different
real
spot.
thing, man. You see people like that in the army too that don't grow up in that way, because I'm sure I don't know if you're familiar. Like, it's Canadian forces are the same. Like, you join the army. You go through basic and all that stuff. But in general, they give you a room to live in, a mini apartment. That you're guaranteed all your meals. Your healthcare is covered for. And a steady paycheck, all that. So people don't really have to learn how to take care of themselves. They just do whatever the government tells them in that case. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like it's all going to be taken care of. Like in housing, you can like even if you have wife and kids, you can take on-post housing, like military housing. They just take your housing allowance out flat, and all your bills are covered, like your rent, your water, heat, whatever. Those are just covered. They take it out as a stipend. They take away your stipend every month. And then same with your food. They take your food allowance if you're just gonna eat in their facilities and stuff. So like those are good things to have, like as options. But at the same time, as an 18 to 24-year-old, you don't have to learn how to budget. You don't have to learn. Well, budget's probably the biggest thing, really, because like most of those dudes buy like a really expensive car and spend all their money every single check because it doesn't matter to them, because they're gonna have food. They already have a place to live. As long as they can afford gas in their car, they don't care.
Right. So like teenagers with their parents giving them an allowance, they don't actually.
Yeah, like they're working for it. They're definitely working, but like there's no consequences if you spend all your let's say you get paid 1st and 15th in the army. If you're single or something, you live in the barracks and whatever, and use the DFAC for all your food, you could spend every penny of your check, every check, and still survive. You
Right.
just could.
You know what's coming next week.
Because the next week you get another one, and no matter what, your rent is covered, no matter what, your food is covered, no matter what, your dental and vision and health is covered, all of it. So like, yeah, that sounds okay, and it actually, it is not a lot of money, the job itself, but those things are covered. So you're like, well, what's the problem then? It's like, well, unless you're gonna do that exact thing for your entire life till you're dead, which they won't even let you do because they force retire you at certain ages. You don't learn a fucking thing as far as how to manage money. And I mean, that hurt me for a little bit. Like, I didn't really know how to manage money very well until I got married and had an apartment. Okay, now we have these bills and I have to, balance these checks and like that. Adult shit. Like you're saying, like when you're in college, like you don't learn the adult shit because they tell you where to be, when to be there, and what you're supposed to do.
See, I thought college was a big thing for me, learning how to live myself and manage all that shit. Because my parents were so far away that I obviously couldn't rely on them.
That's a good point. That helps. Yeah.
So it was more or less like I worked throughout the summer, so I had like $7,000 going into my first year of college,
That's good.
and then that had to last me for the full year.
That's important.
And
Yeah.
you had to go out and buy all your shit and make sure you had enough money until the end. And
That's better than what most people do. Most people don't even do that summer before college, save up.
right. So
Most people
I
just
worked
take out more
full time
loans.
when I was in high school. So like I already had a job and just continued it through the summer to save up.
That's good.
But like my brother didn't go to college,
Sure.
so like he almost like it literally took him until this year. He's 2 years younger than me, so like 5-6 years after I had learned, he finally learned kind of how to like maintain his life and like make better decisions.
I didn't go to college either.
Yeah, but I just think like he needed to get out of the house because if he wasn't out of the house, like he was either living with my mom or living 10 minutes away from my mom. So my mom would come over and clean his house and help him do with his laundry, and I'm just like, fucking move far away, do something.
No, at 18, like I worked the summer at a factory. My parents are divorced, so my mom gave my dad the idea because she did it with my brother. Start paying rent or go full-time college. Want to stay here? And I threw the curveball and said, "Hey, I talked to a recruiter today."
What about the army?
Yeah, I'm going to the army. And my dad was like, "Wow, he didn't see it coming," and he was happy about it. My mom was really pissed because they're playing complete. I mean, not that I was living with her anyways, but she didn't want me in the army during.
It's her little boy. She doesn't want to send him off to war.
Yeah, she's also anti-army because my dad joined at 17 and left her in New York. But
they already together before he went to the army.
Yeah, so it's funny, like,
sweetheart.
Well, they were high school sweethearts. My dad was a couple years older, and he left and broke up with her while he was gone. Because he was out living his life, and she was finishing high school. He's like, and then, so they both got married to different people, had a kid or two, and then years later got back together. I am. And then, of course, they divorced. But,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But
it's more common than not nowadays.
Yeah. Well, hey, no matter what happens, at least I can say this, that Heather and I have been married longer than either of my parents in any of their 3 marriages. At the very least, I've already beat them.
Yeah, it's funny. Chelsea and I both have already talked about if we ever like split up. Just because both of us come from, well, no, but just like have it set in mind because both of us come from divorced parents.
Well, it's
my
not the end of the world.
Divorced. Yeah, but like my parents divorced when I was 3. Chelsea's parents divorced when she was 18, 16. So like we both kind of see separate sides of it. Me, like I didn't know any different, and Chelsea like fucked up her life for a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, I think I was in like 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah, so you're in between us.
Yeah, it was really memorable.
Like 8 or 9.
Something like that. Yeah, like my oldest age, somewhere in there. It was really memorable because like all of a sudden we're moving out of the house that we were in. It was a rental. And, mom's getting an apartment and dad's staying on post.
Right.
What the hell? And then my dad got transferred to Minneapolis. All this. It was definitely weird.
There's a fucking T-Rex here. That's awesome.
Sadly, I can't play that game tonight.
I don't know what happened. Yeah.
I don't know, but when I googled it, it's not. I mean, it's uncommon, but it's not like
unheard of.
Not unheard of, sadly.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a Steam thing. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't recommend playing on Steam.
Everybody has said that it's only happened to them. That when I looked it up, it's a Steam problem specifically. Because I can't log into the standard client one.
Weird.
I had to equip it, that's why. Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
you're like in dungeons in that game.
I haven't gotten to one yet. I just found the first one. I just turned 20.
Oh, right. What's max level so far?
60.
It's pretty good for. I mean, yeah. A lot of them I find are 50.
Yeah.
Like ESO's 50.
I guess I always just consider WoW to be the standard.
Yeah. I don't even remember what WoW was when it first came out. Was it?
60. But this has rifts. They're called corrupted codes or whatever. Corrupted. Oh, they're pretty cool. Oh, my corruption resistance is failing hard. I gotta leave it here quick because die from being here. Ah, these fuckers. Ah. Oh. Oh, they just died like that. Oh, somebody destroyed the node they were working on. Alright. Out and get. Corruption. I think this game has a lot of potential. I saw Shroud talking about it. He said the reason he thinks it's going to succeed is because it doesn't really feel like an MMO. And it's going to appeal to a lot of people who don't really like MMOs that much. Like it's not even in like a negative way for MMOs, just like action oriented. There's not a shitload of abilities. The way you get abilities is by leveling weapons and you spec it how you want to. Spec is, you know me, I really like having specs and kind of build the way you like to play. And yeah, just like world looks cool. Graphics are gorgeous for an MMO. They're even better than ESOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which says a lot considering ESO looks great.
Yeah. I think ESO is one of the best looking ones.
Yeah. Well, you've watched some of my stream on this.
I haven't watched any of it. I've never seen. The only time I've seen this game is when Asmon played it for like the first little bit.
Yeah, but it's pretty fun. I mean, I don't know if you need mounts or more fast travel. I think the fast travel in this is fine the way it is. You have to pay some like weird currency, this weird thing you can craft. You get from quests and stuff. It's not bad. I think like a sprint would be nice. Like an Elder Scrolls kind of sprint, because you have a stamina bar. So the only thing you really use a stamina bar for that I've seen is blocking. Like, you know, you block a...
Do mages block?
Anybody can block. Mage just puts their staff out. Of course, if you have a shield, sword, and board, you can block more. I think ice gauntlets block a lot too.
Oh, they're ice gauntlets.
Yeah, it's like a magic. It's like an ice class. Because the other casters are fight. You have life staff, fire staff, and ice gauntlets casters. I don't recommend playing
like
full caster. No. Oh, ice gauntlet. Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mixed class.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I haven't tried
probably
it yet.
tested it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. It looked pretty cool. But where's it telling me to go? Do parts to this? What though? I don't know. I should probably just do this one. Already midnight. I'll just go. But yeah, so the weapon classes are kind of fun. I'm dual axing, so I have a hatchet, which is really good single target DPS. Like probably the best single. And then a great axe, which is AoE, more of a PvP based class. The great axe. But yeah, so like earlier I went to this like wolf den that's like an alpha whatever. It spawns ads with it. And I just pull out the great axe to kill the ads, and then I switch to my hatchet to finish off the big wolf because it's better DPS, you know. Stuff like that. It's fine. The life staff is kind of cool. I like to heal in this game too, but it's a lot of work to level it up. I think games in general, like Final Fantasy, I think this has the same problem. Where like it's boring and cumbersome to level a fucking healer.
Still don't have damaging abilities.
No, I mean you can. No, not really at all. Like, you look at the trees. So you have your attack. Now there's some benefits here. So like the life staff, the biggest benefit is the first thing you can spec into. Life staffs, light and heavy attacks no longer take any mana. Okay, cool. So you can just unlimited go hit people. And then you can make it so light attacks heal target for 20% weapon damage whenever you pass through an ally. Like if you shoot at an enemy and it hit like line of sight an ally and stuff like that. Cool. So like one tree is all healing, the other tree is like mostly shields. This orb of protection does some damage. That also puts up like a bubble around like on the ground, which is kind of cool. But like that's the only damage in here is this one skill line where it's like orb of protection and the buffs on top of orb. Like it's not completely useless, but that's the only thing though. Everything else is heals or shields, and it's ranged. So in this game, since it's an action style, like kind of like a Terra style of action, you have to actually aim your ranged attacks. You have to aim your melee, but like you can definitely miss, you know, just based on me turning too much, or somebody strafing really well. Damage in PvP. So that's something to consider, and that's what makes it a pain to level those classes alone. Final Fantasy has that problem. You know, I don't do any quests with the White Mage quest.
I was doing a couple quests with my scholar. And damage isn't too bad.
You know, Scholar has some damaging abilities though. I have 3.
There's an AoE ability that was working really well. Does like 150 or 160 damage to all enemies within whatever.
Pretty cool.
Pretty large range.
Pretty cool. Yeah, the White Mage has one single target AoE or a single target dot. It has the stone, which is fucking 2.5 second cast. Doesn't do any damage. Doesn't do much damage. Doesn't add a dot. And then you have Holy, which is a pretty good AoE. Holy is a good AoE, but none of it is like worth your fucking time. None of it is good. Holy, I think is okay because it has a stun, so it's good for the group. Man, it's not that great. Really good spear. Sucks because it's actually has better stats. No, fuck it. So because your weapons, each weapon has specific block stamina damage on it. So like,
is it the same as ESO, where like all the weapons are just the exact same
exact same what?
So like my biggest issue with ESO was the fact that no matter which class I played, they all still felt the exact same because they were all using whatever. If I used two-hander on a warden, it was the same as if I used a two-hander on the thief.
Oh, you're okay. So you're thinking a little different here. There is no classes in this game.
Oh, none?
None. It's all weapon. Yeah. So you put in your attributes based on the weapons that you want to use. So attributes would be like, in this case, strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, constitution. You put the points in the ones that matter to you for what you want to play. Now, you could do a one character everything, but you would be hard pressed to do that if you wanted to add a caster in there. Okay, so like specifically intelligence is for fire staff, ice gauntlet, rapier, and musket, but focus is only for life staff. I wish they just get rid of focus. Because focus mostly does mana regen, which is good, but like it makes it so you have to basically spec into healer. I hope they fix that, or I hope they change that up, because that's fucking stupid, I think. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because it should just be intelligence, or at least like give you a secondary for fire staff on that, on focus, so that you can get some kind of benefit from it. Because right now you don't, unless you're healing specifically. Focus is useless. But like strength and dexterity work for a lot of stuff. So like strength is sword and board, great axe, warhammer, hatchet, and spear. And then for the primary stats, and then secondary stats is for dexterity, like spear, what's the second one? Hatchet and sword and shield. But then like some of them are mixed over, you know. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, there's no class. Like I said, the only thing that bugs me in that way is since they use an attribute system, if I wanted to make a healer, fire mage, or ice gauntlet like main, like a magic main, I would have to create a second character or else respec. But it's not something I could say, okay guys, hold on, let me switch to my healer spec, because I would have to put skill points into it, basically attribute points into it.
And there's no way to reset those points?
You can, but you gotta spend to respec every time. After
Kind of the same way ESO is.
A little bit, yeah. But
see, I'm gonna have so many issues going to any other game other than Fantasy now.
Only because
with
of
MMOs?
that. Yeah, because you don't
just because of the class switching.
No, I don't disagree, because I don't.
It's just so nice.
The biggest thing that I found I actually like about Final Fantasy's style of that, because I don't mind leveling alts. I don't. But the part I don't like about it is going and getting the waypoints again, going and getting the travel spots, going and doing the same stupid fucking quest I just did 10 minutes ago.
Having to do the main story again.
Yes. No, I totally agree. And that part is like wiped out in Final Fantasy, which is a huge benefit. I do like that a lot. And I would like to see this stat system get changed up. All they have to do actually, not even like talking the focus, all they have to do is create separate ones. Like what, like in WoW, when they had the multiple specs?
Yep.
That's all they have to do is give you 3 specs. Okay, 3 would cover everything except for like a tank. You wouldn't be able to get tank DPS or tank physical DPS, magical DPS, and healer. But 3 or 4 at the max. I'd actually almost be okay with just fucking 2, right? But that would actually fix so much of that issue in this game, because since everything is just weapon based, all you'd have to do, like right now, if I guess you're not watching, but if I said, you know what, I want to make this guy a bow guy, right? All I'd have to do is respec into dexterity for the bonuses and put on a bow and go level my bow up, right?
Right.
That's it. Just like in ESO in that way, where you, like you're saying, okay, well now I'm just gonna grab a staff and I'm gonna be a staff guy now. It's not hard to do. You just gotta level it. It takes a little while, but you gotta level it. And since you can carry 2 different weapons in here, just like ESO, you do have that benefit where like you can tag something with weapon 1 and then go back to the weapon that you're used to. I think you were doing that when you were leveling, right? In ESO, like having the stuff on your bar, switching for like a hit or 2 kind of thing.
Is that the way that it works in that game now? Like the same as ESO? Depending on what abilities you have on your bar is how you level up?
Just what weapon you have. Yeah, you got to do a hit with that weapon for that weapon to get mastery point.
So yeah, kind of. I was doing it with abilities though.
Yeah, but it's very similar in this way. So like, this is just weapons itself, and you get points per level of weapon. If you
Yeah,
like,
so
if you
I
look
would
at the stream really quick, I can show you. That's what I've been.
I would have a class ability. I'm just bringing it up. I would have one class ability that was already max level on my bar, and basically kill things just with that class ability. And then my 5 other slots in
Oh,
ESO, I would have as like level 1
okay.
things that I want to level up, and
Sure.
then I would give a whole bunch of levels of those, even though I'm killing it with like a level 5 ability or like a strong ability.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
And then I would give a whole bunch of levels.
I think I'm max on my fucking. Here, but I'm not 25, dude.
I still think you should be a little bigger.
Think so? I haven't
I'm
checked it.
watching though.
Yeah, let me see.
I don't know. Me myself, I like also watching people like react to things.
Sure, no,
So,
I
like,
don't
mean,
blame you. I'm just trying to make it as unobtrusive at the same time. It should.
yeah.
It should
Well, it's not like
update
you
in a
have your
second.
tits out or anything, right? So I think you're good.
Not yet. Yeah, though.
At the after hour streams.
Right. Also, really quick before I get into that podcast stuff, one cool thing is that since you can also just add in the background stuff, I just haven't picked a background. Could do back. It actually comes through pretty clear. Where if I get something that is kind of cool, just throw that on there. So that's just what it comes with. But so
Okay, so your strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, constitution.
yeah, so what I was talking about here is like, so they're weapon specific, where like these ones get primary stats and secondary stats or vice versa depending on what it is, right? So like I'm using a hatchet and a grid axe, and both of their primary stats are strength. Their secondary is dexterity. Their dexterity for the hatchet. Of course, dexterity is like crit, which I do need to start putting more points into, but since these both scale base damage off of strength, I'm focusing strength anyways, and some constitution for health, just die so damn easily. Yeah, that's how this is set up. So this could be fixed. I say it's broken. It could be fixed by having multiple specs, right? Where like just you have to purchase for, I don't know, X amount of gold to have a secondary spec or something, right? That way I could also level a fire mage or fire staff or healer, right? And there'd be more people that are healer leveled up. So when we go to the weapons here, this is how they're all broken out. So I use the hatchet for my like main DPS, and each point, so I'm level 9 on this guy, each point you just get to put into one of these. They're all 1-to-1, right? And so you only have 3 abilities at a time. Like you can spec into more, but you only can have 3 on your bar at a time.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this rending infected one next, but so that's how your quote class changes. But that's what I mean. There is no class at all. So
It's just like you get to make which weapons you want to have, which ability.
yeah, but like, you know, so sometimes it would be really nice to use a musket. Sometimes I use a life staff. I always carry a life staff on me. I need to level it up again more. But it's more of a pain in the ass because I'm not going to put points into focus for a life staff if I'm maining 2 axes, right? It just doesn't make sense because I'm going to hinder my main just so I can kind of level up focus. Look at the musket skills. Clark loves muskets. And what we get here, we get power shot, overload musket with gunpowder, 150 damage. Does not stack or combine with overload shots, and it goes up from there. Crit, first blood, bullseye, power shot, headshot reduces power shots cooldown. Actually, shooter stance. There you go. Powder burn. Yeah, so those are overload sharpshooter ones, and then you get trappers for kiting, basically. Some PvP stuff mostly, I'd say. Yeah. Targets hit with stopping power slowed. Sticky bombs. Like they're good abilities. I only haven't really messed with the musket much because you actually have to make your ammo. I have plenty of, but I don't really feel like dealing. Same with the bow. But that's kind of where I'm getting at, though, is that like I would like to play with this stuff sometimes and maybe level it a bit here and there or whatever. If I had multiple attribute specs, I could do that. but a musket needs dexterity or intelligence. A bow needs only dexterity. A fire staff needs only intelligence. A life staff needs only focus. And that, I don't want to, like, what is this? It's only 20 gold to respec right now. Okay. Which is really cheap. I have a feeling that's mostly because it's beta. It was free all the way to level 20. But how often do you want to do that? Like, if you're playing with your friends, like, hey, we're going to run a dungeon. And you're like, oh, yeah, but we need a healer.
Reset on my skills.
Yeah, nobody wants to fucking do that. And now your weapon mastery doesn't reset with it. That's something to know. I don't know if that actually starts costing anything. It's been free so far. Yeah, it's all free so far. But I don't know if that's just because of the beta thing, too. Right? Or, like, if you get to a certain level, it starts costing. I have no idea. But, that's... Yeah, I don't want to have to reset these every time. Just give me multiple specs. And I think the whole issue of, like, class, character, whatever, is fixed. Because I'm not going to go do these fucking quests again. I'm not... This game's got a grind to it, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I mean, the quests are fine, but I'm...
Right? Like, I think that's the bigger thing, right? Because I do not enjoy leveling up alts. I'll do it because I want to try out that class. But typically, like, you have to invest a decent amount of time just to even see if you like the class. So that's why I've liked the Palace of the Dead in this game, because I can see what a level 60 of that class would look like.
Like, if you even want to bother, yeah.
Yeah, even if I want to bother. But even if I do, like, I could level up that class while I'm queued as another class for a dungeon.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
That's a big bonus. Yeah, on ESO it's not too bad. Like, I know the way shard, the skill points, sky shards and all that should be kind of more across. I think that one benefit that ESO does have when it comes to that is that at least in that game you can level in any zone you feel like.
Yes, that's nice.
You can go as a level 1 and say, no, I'm going to teleport to a friend or something. I'm going to level in Greymoor. I'm going to level in this place or that place.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about ESO.
Yeah, because, you know, WoW, I remember I used to pick a race based on their starting zone sometimes, just so I play a different story.
In another place,
yeah, I'm like, I just want to do a different freaking story for this alt. You know? Or Rift had that problem. So does ESO, or so does Final Fantasy, where they don't have different stories. Now, Final Fantasy doesn't require one at that point, right? So that's the argument,
you don't need to
which I agree with. Yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, man, but that definitely is if you could have different freaking starting zones and quests, we got a whole other conversation on our hands.
Yeah. See, my favorite, I think Final Fantasy, the two things I would change right off the top. I guess they're already changing the servers anyways, so that would be one of my thing.
What way?
Is that you can play with other people from other servers.
I thought you already could.
You can play with them from other worlds. So you and I are both on Behemoth, and if we had a friend on Famfrit on Behemoth, we could play with them.
Oh, you're talking about Famfrit's not in Behemoth though; it's in Primal. Was that what you're talking about?
Sorry, yes.
Okay, so you're saying you were going to be able to go cross data center?
Yes.
Pretty cool.
That's what's going to come out in the next expansion.
That's pretty cool.
But the two things I think I would ask for as features is I love the fact in WoW that you could have a cutscene. Swords are coming down from the sky. This looks pretty cool.
I'm envious that you can play it right now.
So I like the whole class system in WoW. The fact that like you could play as a DPS or tank for like almost the same class. Sure. I would love if they brought like a DPS warrior in or DPS paladin in.
We've talked about this before. I think that classes should split.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially
so that everybody doesn't
classes.
have the exact same. This guy was badass.
Well, specifically the base classes. Like, I feel that way with the bard. Like, I liked the archer just fine. And I do like bard, but I think that it should have an option to go full on DPS and then go full on support. Because I think it's in the middle ground where, like, it's an okay DPS and it's a pretty good support, but it could be great either way if you just focused it, right?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, you could have three classes one could be the support, one could be the DPS, one could just be like what you have now, which is
Yeah, I'd be okay with just scrapping what I have now and just splitting it all the way. I think most people would be, especially if you could level it alongside like your summoner scholar thing. That would be
but
really
even
cool.
without that,
I'd still be okay with it. Yeah. No, I agree. Like, as warriors should have a tree, or should have a spec that is like a DPS warrior. Just call it berserk, or just call it fury warrior. Fuck it, that's what I really want.
yeah.
Just call it a fury warrior.
So there's that, and then the other thing I would change or improve on is the PvP. PvP's fine, I think, but like I wouldn't do it for like I want like arenas or things like that from WoW.
Yeah, I know.
And other than that, like I think the game's great. Like I can't think of anything else I'd really want to change.
I think the PvP is fundamentally kind of lame. Like it's the PvP in that game is okay, like for what it is, but it is
That's what I mean. Like I'll do it as a daily, but I wouldn't go grind it for fun.
Right. Yeah. ESO had a way better setup of it. WoW had a better setup.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of games do. I mean, ESO's failure for it was that you couldn't just swap gear. You kind of needed to have a spec to actually do anything great with it. But ESO didn't let you have multiple specs as we're going through that. You know, like just give me multiple specs.
Yeah. I need to level up 2 rogues, one for...
Yep. No, that's a stupid concept. It is. I agree. It's a stupid concept. Just let me spec. I'll fucking pay gold in game, whatever, you know, fine. Cool.
Yeah.
But
the only other thing is dumping a shitload of time and just get enough crystals or sky shards in order to have enough points to purchase your PvP skills and your PvE skills, and then just swap.
Well, then think about leveling up fucking Mage's Guild.
Yeah, there's so much fucking
I'll tell you, dude, the game that had it the best as far as the single class split. Now, they didn't have Sparks talking about Guild Wars 2, the PvP and stuff like that in Guild Wars 2 is very good. Yeah, the class and weapon splits in Guild Wars 2 are very good, I think. The game that had the best for different specs was absolutely Rift. Nobody did it better. Now, of course, you know, we're talking Final Fantasy has one character rules them all, which I do like, but Rift had something, I mean, in a way, it was kind of similar to Guild Wars, where, you know, you could do specific weapons, change the specific classes' abilities all together, right? So Rift, I mean, I talked about this a bit before, where, like a rogue could do everything, but like you had souls in the game, and I think when I quit, you could have 6 souls at a time, which was 6 specs, and there was like several different trees to go into. And you could just play like just your rogue, and the tank version of the rogue was different than the tank version of the warrior, and there's like 3 to 4 different DPS specs that were really good, and you could change them up. And then PvP specs, like I had specific PvP specs, I had specific tank specs, I had specific everything, and I played that one character majority of the time. I leveled the other ones eventually, but you know, you find one you like. That was seriously the best system for any of these tab target type. I think Rift had it best. Huh?
Sorry, I'm just watching this cutscene.
Which one are you watching?
I think she's gonna turn into Shiva in order to fight the bug dude. Yeah? Fuck yeah. Come on. I think his name's Ravana or something.
I won't give you any spoilers.
I can't see her beating him because I'm assuming it's a raid boss, so we would have to fight the trial. But
well, fine.
She looks sweet.
Yeah. Cool fight.
His sword's a fucking badass though.
So annoyed I can't get into the game now.
You're playing the other game.
I know, but I didn't plan on playing this game when I did. I'm just chopping down trees because I'm about to go to bed, and I need to level up my logging anyways. But yeah, no, more of an.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying it's just more of an annoyance because can't more than want to or not.
You would want to.
yeah, it is because I could 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Oh,
well, we had a group. We had a group though too. That was the thing. Like,
Yeah, we could have done some cool shit. Zepla, who's a Final Fantasy streamer, she's been talking to Asmongold a lot, but
Yeah.
she was saying that Asmon won't be able to finish an ultimate. Walker comes out.
Yeah, I saw that. She said he was slow.
Yeah. So did you see what Asmon said? He would gift 100,000 fucking subs if he doesn't beat an ultimate before Endwalker. He's like, you don't understand the amount of grinding. I cut down trees for 40 hours in New World. I got erased. He's like, I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah, that's like the part. Like you see it all the time in chat.
No.
Yep, there it is. Yep, I didn't want to spoil it for you.
She's my favorite.
Not dead.
Oh, she's still going. She's still going. Go. This guy kind of looks like Odin.
No, he doesn't.
What? I just saw the black armor and was like, oh, it's fucking Odin. And then it said Ravana or whatever. Shiva, you fucking weak bitch. No. Alright.
Overconfident bitch. That's... Yeah, but that stuff comes up a lot in the chat, dude. Because people are like, hey, how do I do this? I gotta do this thing for the house, and I want to build all this furniture. And then once in a while, you see somebody chime in and say, who cares? I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, dude, the beta's for 3 weeks.
Getting erased.
And then it gets erased. And then the game comes out in the end of August. Like, yeah, it's still good to try the things, especially in the beta, so you can report things that don't work right. Absolutely. But like some people are like really invested in shit. I'm like, dude, it's going to be erased like a week and a half from now. And then you're gonna have to do everything all over again. I think the most you'll get is probably maybe like an achievement and maybe some items they might give you for playing the beta. I don't know. Like
I feel like they should let you keep your progress.
It wouldn't be fair at all.
Fair to who though?
New players that just buy the game and didn't get in closed beta. It's a closed beta. It's not an open beta. But not everybody has the chance to. You have to have pre-ordered it or been picked, basically influencer.
She said she was overconfident. Were you quoting her? Or?
Both. I did that one. I don't know. I think. And I was saying the same thing. I was like, oh sweet, she's gonna finish Shiva. I said, but she's still gonna lose. That's exactly what I said. She's still gonna lose because there's no way we don't have to fight him.
Right.
No, just
sitting here for 12 minutes.
But yeah, I just, you know, I want to try these things out, but also like I don't want to. Okay, now I really need to make sure I spec this thing just perfect and all that. Like, no, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Balance changes are gonna happen anyway, so.
Yeah, there's gonna be changes. There's actually already been a bunch since the last time I played alpha, whatever. Bunch.
Like I would try betas just to see if I like the game, but like you've already bought the game, so like
yeah,
I don't know what, like it doesn't really matter, right?
Normally I don't.
If you keep your progress.
Normally I don't purchase to play early. Normally, but when I did purchase this, it was before I was actually like into Valorant even. I streamed it a bit. This is like the first. This is the first game I was streaming when we got back into streaming. I think, right around that time, and what was it? I just didn't have an MMO to play. I wasn't playing Guild Wars at the time, hardly at all. You know, I hadn't played WoW in years and stuff like that. I didn't really have an MMO I was playing. I was just hungry for an MMO, and graphically, combat-wise, this one was speaking to me. And ESO at the time, I was not interested. But so I just like, well, I think it was like $40 if you bought it early. And then they pushed I did the alpha that was like 2 weeks long, and then they kept alphas going, but only like specific people, I guess, that were in their club. I don't know,
right.
Which is fine. But they pushed the release out like really far. It was supposed to come out this spring, I think, early winter. I don't know. They blame 2020 for it, which is fine. I'm not mad about it because, like, even this state, I'm kind of maybe it's not really ready. Maybe it is. I don't think it's not ready. Like, when I look at the release of other MMOs, I think it's a lot further along than other MMOs are when they came out, or when they came out. But I kind of have that same argument I had with Valorant. Because people were making a lot of excuses for Valorant when it first came out. And my argument against those excuses was that, look, the game's basically Counter-Strike with abilities, okay? Like, it's not in a bad way, but it's not a new thing.
Right.
And nobody was asking for it. So you could take all the fucking time in the world to get this thing right. And instead, you had a really successful beta and you said, fuck it, let's make some money. So
There was a game I was playing, and I forget what game it was. But they basically had it in beta, and it had been in beta like for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically just an excuse for them to say that like the game wasn't completely finished.
There's a
Like,
lot of
don't-
those.
Like, you're making a shitload of money off of it. You have an in-store purchases.
Oh,
What do you mean the game's not finished?
That killed me with PUBG. Because PUBG was early access forever. And then
Right.
they came out with fucking in-game purchases during early access. I said, you guys are being assholes and you know it. Fucking know it. This
That was
game,
my favorite battle royale. was
this
PUBG.
game has some, but everything, I can't actually find a way to purchase. Let me see. Yeah, so like they gave me a bunch, like I already spent like 15,000 of these like in-game currency things on just like random skins and shit, because why not? Like here. But oh, that's a cool axe skin or a hammer skin. No, fuck it. I'll spend 10 grand on it. Untradeable? Sure, done. Except I don't even carry hammers. Here's this fucking housing item. I don't even own a house. I don't like taxes. No.
Buy it because you have the money.
Well, because it's fake money. And then like I had 25,000 the other day. I spent a bunch, and then we go again. Like I should be spending on consumables if I was a smarter person. But anyways,
EXP.
yeah, exactly. I should have been. Yeah. But either way, so you go to the store, and like right now, when I go to click to buy, like to add more Arcs of Fortune or whatever to my balance, I can't. There's no menu like showing how much they cost or anything. So at least right now, they're not even letting people spend real money on in-game currency. I know they're going to, but at least in the beta, they're not letting you. Right? Like they're just dropping the shit in whatever. I know there's gonna be some, because there's no subscription that I've seen.
Is there no subscription yet?
Not that I've seen.
I don't know. That's pretty ideal.
Yeah.
I know people were getting pissed off at WoW subscription because they're just not putting out enough content to make it worthwhile. Because apparently people are like happy to give you $15 a month if like you're gonna be like if I don't have to go and buy another game, then sure, take my $15 a month.
Well, right now with all their sexual harassment stuff and lawsuits that are going
Right.
on, you know, you probably saw that they said they're basically stopping development on the next WoW content because they're all wrapped up in all this shit.
Yep.
And some people are going nuts, like, oh, well, yeah, you have to for human decency and stuff like that. It's like, they're arguing, like, Blizzard is arguing with people that are mad about that, mad about them waiting, or never to take a break from content. And Blizzard's just acting like they're pieces of shit because they care more about the content than the company. But the other side I see is like the consumer, like, dude, I'm still paying you money though.
Yeah.
It's like, why should I, like, look, what's going on over there is terrible. But for the consumer side, why should I have to fucking...
Penalized.
Yeah, I'm literally paying for you guys playing grab ass in the office. Why is that something that's happening, and why is that my fucking problem? Refund me then, right? Like that's the deal, because they're talking about like, oh well, you know, you should be a good person and care about these. Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't care about it. And as a matter of fact, it makes me even more mad because I'm spending money on something while you guys are literally fucking around in the office. No,
Making the girls do all the work.
it's true. Yeah, and it's like, so honestly, you guys should just shut the fuck up and either pump out the content or give everybody a free month or two of sub. Be real here. Give everybody a fucking, just give them 1 month. Not a lot to the, I mean, it's a lot of money for a while, but
I was gonna say, yeah, millions of people times 15.
yeah.
Or sorry, it can't be $15. It has to be 2 months, so $30.
Oh, technically, you're right. So, yeah, I mean, look, dude, like whatever they gotta do, but don't be mad at the consumer for being mad about it, because even if they understand the problem, like, look, I understand something fucked up, but you gotta make it right.
It was funny.
Do something. You gotta give us mounts or some shit. Fucking figure it out. Like,
Right. I saw Asman was doing some video today, and I was watching it, and he basically was saying like, oh, like he watched this, or it was the director or whatever. I guess he put out a statement.
yeah,
And like he was reading out comments on or Twitter feed or whatever.
sure.
And somebody was like, "Oh, like when are you gonna release this content that you told us that we were getting or whatever?"
Mm-hmm.
And people in his chat were just like, "They don't even care about the fucking sexual." And he's like, "It's not even like." He's like, "It's not even like that. Like these people are literally paying for a product."
So it's
You
kind of the
don't
same
pay
shit
for
I'm
a
saying. Yeah.
Oh, exactly the same. That's why
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying it.
That's funny.
He was like, "You don't go and fucking pay for a cheeseburger and get like, be like, oh, it's okay. Like they're dealing with like some internal shit right now because you know
Yeah, I don't need the
one
thing I
coworker
paid
is sexually
for.
harassing the other."
Yeah, I don't need the thing that I paid for because that company doesn't have their shit together. So it's okay, company. Keep that money. What
Right?
the fuck are you
He's
talking about?
He's like, "Fuck that! I want my fucking cheeseburger."
Yeah, or give me my
He's
fucking
like,
money back so I can go.
right?
Pick
Yeah.
one. Pick one.
So I just thought it was funny that you're saying the exact same thing.
That's funny. Yeah, that it's a thing, man. Like people worship these companies. But realistically, if you, I mean, a restaurant is a good analogy. I guess you're right. I mean, because I'm paying for a product. But in general, I mean, fucking Netflix. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say there's a problem with Netflix. We pay a sub on that, and then you find out something crazy going on at Netflix, so they can't release all these things that they said that they were gonna. And the only reason that you're still subscribing to Netflix is because you were waiting for this thing to come out. Well, you should be upset. Like, yeah, sure, it's not the end of the world, but also call me when it's ready, and I'll give you money.
Well, even my gym membership,
Yeah.
gym memberships got shut down.
Yes.
They stopped, or they just like put on hold my gym membership, which was great.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to pay for something that
you can't even use.
Isn't my control.
Yeah. Even if they are open, they should let everybody freeze it. That's what ours did. So like they you know they opened up just like super limited here pretty early, of course. But they let everybody put their stuff on like permanent hold, or not permanent, but like a year whatever hold. For the same deal.
I think my OSAP's that way right now.
Yeah.
Like my schooling.
Yeah.
I think it's on for like another year or two.
I don't really understand what you're sending me, Clark. Are you sending me a thing showing that you have Xbox going on your computer? Not quite sure what you mean, sir.
He's special. Just
Oh no.
nod your head and smile.
You're trying to tell me something and I'm missing. I've been watching you the whole time you're streaming. I know, and it's nuts. I like it, and it's nuts.
He's special.
Nick's hanging out, and I know it's past his bedtime. It's past my bedtime too. I'm about to get going. But, yeah, man. Been around, Clark, and I appreciate it. It's funny though because like he'll have the stream up the whole time and he'll like go back and forth or whichever, and I'll be talking about nothing, and then all of a sudden he'll comment like, "Oh shit, you're still here!" Like, "Oh shit."
You never left.
Yeah. Since I started streaming less than a minute ago. Oh, is that what you're trying to show me? Oh, that is really weird.
I get notifications on my phone.
Really?
So like, I'll get one tonight of you being like, "Oh, started streaming," and I was like, "He's done streaming. It's like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh,
What the
that's
fuck?"
Discord. That's because
Discord, yes.
that's because
But
you're already on
as well as
Discord.
Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook sometimes will send me notifications like way later or way out of order.
see, this is a problem in Facebook in general because at first I didn't understand it because I personally, well, one, I don't even use the Facebook app on my phone anymore, but two, even when I did, I turned off all push notifications. I always do because Facebook is really chatty. I didn't really know that this was happening. Clark was showing me it, where like if he didn't watch me, or sometimes even if he was getting notifications in on the browser, like 4 times in a night that I was streaming,
Yes.
right? And I'm like, wow, well, you better fucking watch it, right? And I wasn't really thinking about it because I don't ever do push notifications for these apps. It doesn't really bug me, right? But most people do, you know?
Yep.
And
I would
so
get like 3 or 4 notifications.
yeah, so like if you're just like not gonna watch that night, like you're watching a movie, and you just keep getting push notifications that your friend is streaming, that's fucking annoying, and you're gonna stop notifying.
Yep.
And that's a problem I've seen in Facebook. Yeah, it says Facebook will notify him 3 or 4 times that I'm streaming, and that's even while you're watching, probably, because like
Yep.
that bothers me because like I look at the stats on Facebook, and we had something like at first it was like 50% of people had notify on, which is awesome. But then that number dwindled very quickly when I started streaming pretty much every night.
You know what the other thing is?
Hmm.
Is it probably auto notified them the way that I was talking about earlier.
That would be new if it did, because it was actually a big argument in the streaming like pages, Facebook, where like when you follow somebody, it doesn't automatically notify on Facebook. You have
So
to
mine
specifically
does,
set
though.
it. Well, you might have a setting for that.
Because
but-
like I've never followed you. So,
well,
like, I've
well,
liked
if
your
you
page,
if you like
and
the
I've-
page, it likes and follows automatically.
Exactly.
But it
So then
doesn't
now I'm getting
notify.
notifications.
It doesn't normally notify automatically.
Yeah, so it'll automatically tell me when you go
Yeah, see that's an annoying thing. For
and
sure.
multiple times.
Yeah, and so
I
that,
at first I thought it was because like you were shutting down your stream and like turning it back on or something. Because that's what it seems like.
sometimes that happens, right? Where like shit just fucked up, and like tonight when my computer crashed. Luckily, I was still streaming from my Mac, so that didn't affect anything. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That would be an annoyance that, as you know, from me as a viewer, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
And now YouTube does
I'm
a
all about
notification.
user experience.
Yeah, YouTube does a notification if you want to, and it's once when it happens. That's it.
And you have to do it. Like you have to sign yourself up for it.
Yes, and it's very easy to opt out of it. And yeah, I've never had a problem with that on YouTube. I'm like, and whenever one does get annoying, like if a person streams very often or whatever, or you know, like you're saying, like has to restart the stream, yeah, I just mute the notification. I don't have to unsub and whatever. Like it's fine. But I think YouTube's the only thing I have push notifications as far as like a social media or video kind of app.
Yeah.
Discord is the only chat. Like, so like I don't have a lot of things going to my watch. So like the only things I have going to my watch are my work emails, not my personal. Discord, direct messages. What is it? Signal and messages, plus of course. So that's it. Everything else doesn't go to my watch because it just gets too fucking chatty. It's annoying, and once I get annoyed, I start turning more things off. Right? That's what you're getting at with the Facebook stuff. Like, you know, I appreciate if you have notify on because that helps me statistically and stuff as well. But I mean, honestly, if it's an inconvenience, that just sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm getting. I think Facebook has so much potential, especially with having less people right now. But you know, we grew to over 1,000, and then the people still don't really. Like, people on Facebook just watch things differently. People on Facebook interact differently. People on Facebook aren't always there to actually watch shit.
I feel like people on Facebook, if they're finding your stream, it's typically because they're scrolling through
Something.
their feed and you just randomly popped up. So like they might stay for a couple minutes, but they're probably gonna end up leaving because
Yeah.
they're just scrolling through Facebook to kill time.
I have seen that quite often, and sometimes it's a benefit, like for growth. Sometimes it's a benefit, but it has to be something that fits what they feel like at that moment. And I think that's a big reason why mobile games are so popular.
I feel like a lot of it's just like people from different cultures.
Well, yeah, well, just say it. Yeah, it's not different cultures. It's generally a financial demographic.
Well, I think that's why like mobile games are popular on Facebook. Is just because like they have access to mobile games probably better than
Yeah, they can't afford
large
computers in a lot of
PCs.
companies. A lot of countries. Like,
Yeah.
like even Australia is one of those countries where everything is just marked way the fuck up because it's hard to get things there, even though they're made closer. But things are very expensive in Australia. Things are more expensive in Canada than they are in the U.S. Even like currency matched, right? When it comes to computer parts, there's like an easy 10% every time. That stuff really gets in the way. And then yeah, you have general incomes. Like we look at Philippines. Filipinos are probably the biggest group of people that are following our page, and a lot of the dudes on there don't have anything more than a laptop, and they're not gaming laptops, right? But they're all gamers. Well, what's up? Oh yeah, I can't afford that. Oh yeah, I can't afford that. Nobody there really can, because even if they have like a good job and decent money, the price of computer parts in that country is ridiculous, fucking nuts. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not even feasible. They'll buy a console when they can, if they can, or they'll play mobile games like you said. You know, it's weird. But, you know, YouTube is a place I go to actually watch stuff.
Yeah, when I go to YouTube, I'll typically sit there for.
Ever.
I'm probably on YouTube for like 4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Just because if I go to the bathroom, I'll watch YouTube. If I am sitting waiting for a work database to download or whatever,
Sure.
I will watch YouTube while I wait. Like,
Good point. Not necessarily live stuff, which means
no,
I'm
typically
gonna.
it's never live stuff.
Yeah, but they're expanding their live platform, so I think the goal here is to chop up live stuff. You know, kind of like I guess like everybody else does if it works.
Chop up live stuff, do fucking reacts, man. I just feel like your reacts are so fucking popular.
Yeah,
Like
but
I'll watch Asmon react to something, and I'm literally watching 2 videos in one.
true.
Because I get to see the initial video and to see someone else's opinion on it. I'm just like, yeah, this is enjoyable.
You know I've got opinions.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you doing reacts would work fine.
Well, I think in that scenario, as long as it's organic, and I just chop it afterwards. I say chop as in cut up live stuff.
Yeah.
And post live stuff. Because you know, in an Asmon situation, most of the streamers I watch their after stream stuff, where it's pieces of their stream and it's something relevant. I feel like I don't really ever catch them live, partially because a lot of them stream around the same times that I do.
Yeah, Asmon streams throughout the day.
Yeah, and I don't
But
really watch streams.
he'll do like 4 hours of like him talking about like the hot news or reacting or things like that, and then he'll play like 8 hours of video games. It seems like that's just like his daily routine. This fucking trial is taking forever. I've been in queue for.
I'd heal it for you, but you know.
Yep. We
Yeah.
had 2 tanks, 4 DPS, 0 healers at
Well,
one point.
look at the time though, dude.
Yeah.
That's the issue. You're in North America servers at this fucking time on a work night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Might as well throw in the towel for the night. I'm like just about to shut my computer. I need to start fucking updating.
So start downloading Final Fantasy. You
Downloading,
can.
yeah. Not even updating.
Yeah, I need to download Final Fantasy on my work PC.
Did you get the new one?
My boss gave me the work PC from work
Oh,
that
the
I just haven't
desktop.
signed up yet. Yeah, so it's the desktop, but I haven't actually used it yet because I didn't have I adapted. So I needed to connect an Ethernet to it, but I didn't have any Ethernet in that office. So my boss was like, "Oh, go buy the Wi-Fi adapter and just give me the." Okay, sounds good.
Did he tell you that you're allowed to put Final Fantasy on it?
Yep.
Okay. Did you ask specifically, like, hey, I play Final Fantasy? Can I?
I just said to like, "Hey, I'm probably going to be playing video games that I typically play on my computer. Like, can I do it on this computer?" He's like, "Yeah, no, sure." I was like, "Okay."
Find out the specs. I'm curious.
I don't have to turn it on, so I'll have to do that tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm genuinely curious about the specs of that box.
It popped! It popped! It fucking
Shit.
popped! Mom, we did it! Yeah, so I got that. My boss is gonna buy me a new chair,
Good.
and he's buying me like this tablet screen that like I can connect my laptop to and kind of have that as another monitor.
Oh, yeah, those are nice. You know what they're really nice for? Is Discord.
Yeah, I might have to try that.
Discord and like chat stuff. Like if you could put like a stream chat kind of thing on there, like as a streamer.
Teams or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Teams. That's a good screen for Teams. Yeah. Eating chips
Sorry
over
about
there,
that.
guy.
Pistachios. I was
I
just
knew
closing
you
them
were
up.
doing something. I knew it earlier. Doing something.
Yeah.
I was thinking sunflower seeds is what I was thinking.
Close.
Yeah, it's not too far off. But all right, I'm off to bed. Thanks for hanging out, man. Clark, thanks for hanging out all night. I was fucking late. I should have been in bed forever. Oh. Hopefully Heather's already passed out. I'm mad. I don't know. Good night, gentlemen. Both of you.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
See you.